whole bunch of people here. We got a whole bunch of people here. Some people here are our friends. Some people here are not enemies, but we got some of the enemies here as well. We're going to do this Eagles versus Cowboys thing. I guess the easiest way to do this is to just go, we'll start with Philly 500, work our way down. Everybody just let them know who you are, what channel you come from, and I guess what type of smoke you ready to bring today. But we'll start with you, 500. Let them know who you are, brother.
I'm Mark Holmes, and I betrayed the Cowboys. I'm not an Eagle fan. Because I might as well be Mark Holmes. I'm on his channel. But now I'm Philly 500, and, I'm a big Eagle fan. What can I say?
What's up? Philly Mike here off the Philly Talk podcast, and we're going to talk about this Christmas Eve showdown. I mean, it went from all the way up here. It lost a little bit, but I do think this game is still going to be very interesting, and I'm ready to debate it.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Hey.
Who next? Okay.
Oh. All right. Hey, I'm your boy JC from JC Sports Talk, man. Yeah, you know how we do it, man. Play-by-play. And tonight we are about to do a play-by-play on the Cowboys. Let's go.
I'm going to make mine quick, man, since I'm having all of these technical difficulties. It's Lord Brunson trying to fix my camera. We know what we're about to get into.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's your boy, Mr. Wrong Cowboys Fan Talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to aggravate everybody.
Yeah, it's Boss Cowboy Sports where your voice matter. We the best, and y'all know it.
How in the world the Eagles gonna put all three of the Cowboys content creators on the bottom? But that's okay. Y'all know who I am. I'm Law Nation, and they put me on the bottom because that's where we're gonna start at, from the bottom all the way to the top. We don't stop, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
He trying to get on your album, LP.
Yeah, and last
I
but not least,
I need that intro, Law.
That's a fire intro, man. Last but not least, man, it's your boy J Tuck, aka Mr. Press the Button. What's up, everybody, man? Before we get started, I want to wish everyone in the chat, everyone in the panel, man, a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and all that, man. Definitely celebrate this season. Hopefully, everyone having a good one. But we got some things we got to talk about tonight, and we're gonna definitely get that moving ASAP.
Let's go.
It's gonna be fun. So I guess let's start here. Let's start. I guess where we are, right? The Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys going into this. This can clinch the NFC and the NFC East for the Eagles. This can feel really good for the Dallas Cowboys. So I want to start with the Cowboys, and we'll start with Boss Cowboy. What does this game mean for the Cowboys? What can you learn from this game for the Cowboys? And what are you trying to learn from your team moving forward? I guess let's start there.
Well, I mean, if anybody follow my channel, they know that I spend a lot of time on Kellen Moore. So that's going to be my main focus, to see if he can really string together an identity game. That's one thing that I also learned from even debating you guys yesterday, because I had a debate with another group that y'all might be going through some identity issues right now. I'm happy to hear that. Sound like y'all came out throwing too much on Chicago, which is against what y'all normally do. Y'all usually known for running the ball, taking control of games, making it easy on your quarterback, taking pressure off of your quarterback. So that's what I want to see us do. What I want us to get out this game is I just want us to come out this game more so fighting straight up. Like, it's going to be a fight. It's going to come down to the end. I'm cocky, but I'm also smart enough to know that, to respect y'all enough that this is going to be a good fight. I'm expecting Ali versus Frazier. I swear to God, I'm expecting that. Anybody who know that war know that they came down to 3. And that's just keeping it real, because you never knew when Philly was, or my boy was going to clock that chin, Frazier, or Ali was go outbox him. You know who I say I am. We Ali. We go outbox y'all.
Oh, that's one.
All right. The Law, you want to take that next? You want to take it next?
Oh, okay. Well, all games are important. And these last 3 games, good get right games for my Cowboys. We don't want to stumble into the playoff. We all in the playoff.
Right.
We want to make sure we get everything going in the right direction. This team, I said this, and I'm going to say it again. The only team that can stop the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Self-sabotaging, we need to stop that. We need to control the clock, TOP, and on top of that, keep Dak Prescott 24 to 27 attempts and run the ball. and play sound defense, and everything else will work its way out. So these 3 games is a get right game for my boys.
I respect that. Tuck, how you feeling, brother? Don't press the button too soon. Let's get a couple questions.
Where's the button?
Hands up, don't shoot, man. No, I ain't pressing no button. But I feel like just like Boston Law said, man, it's really about the Cowboys, right? Raising the standard of play from what we've seen the past Sunday. And what we're trying to really do is get momentum established going into the playoffs, because we both are going to be playoff bounded teams. So, I'm not going to take nothing away from Philly. Y'all got a great defense. I really want to see how does Kellen Moore play call and stack up versus Gannon and this defense and the guys that you got out there, but also how does our defense fare up? Because even if Jalen Hurts plays or doesn't play, you still got the running game. You still got the offensive line. So I want to see, are we able to get pressure and do some of the things we're trying to focus on as we prepare to go to battle versus a Tampa Bay or a San Francisco? Because those are some things I'm looking for from the Cowboys standpoint, just to get ready, clean up football, and gain momentum going to the playoffs.
Yeah, I feel that. And Rome, you want to tail off what they were saying? How do you feel about this game? What are you thinking you're going to see from this?
I think the biggest thing in this game, everybody forgetting, is that the game going to be won in the trenches. So we talk about quarterbacks and all this extra stuff, but at the end of the day, Eagles got a good O-line, D-line. We got an okay O-line with all this shuffling we've been doing, and I feel like we got an excellent D-line. So it's going to be one in the trenches, man. If it's whoever wins the trench warfare, that's really what's going to win this game. You know what I'm saying? If our D-line come to play and can somehow dominate your O-line, we'll have a chance. If we come and get road graded by your O-line, it's going to be game over. It just is what it is. It's trench warfare. I know we want to talk about receivers and quarterbacks. It's trench warfare. It is what it is.
I respect that. So obviously the Eagles, we got some tough news with Jalen Hurts. We're on the fence of what's going to happen with that. But Brunson, how do you feel that these Philadelphia Eagles are going to, and our fan base should be looking at this game? What does this mean to you? What are you trying to learn from the Eagles from this game?
I'm just trying to see how they deal with adversity. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts has been there the whole year. He might not be there on Christmas Eve. I just want to see us have the urgency to still go out there and wrap this up. Let's be clear, though. The game is important. The game is still important, because if you win this game, you can get the first seed and you can win a division. You could pretty much be done with the regular season, you know what I'm saying, on Christmas Eve. And you're looking forward to getting everybody back healthy and things of that nature. So, I think it's more about us than it is about them. You know what I mean? Like, we really ain't showed too many weaknesses. You know what I mean? I think this game going to come down to how we scheme around, Minshew, how we continue to go around Hurts. If Hurts is going to play, that's still up in the air. But, I expect to win. Bottom line, I expect to win with no matter who's the quarterback, because I think that, we're just a more talented football team. The defense is still out there. It's been giving people fits all year. That shouldn't change, you know what I mean, depending on who the quarterback is. So, I'm just ready to see a good game, honestly.
Facts. Yeah. The Cowboys could have made this week a lot more interesting by doing their job, but that's the little thing I'll throw out there. But how are you feeling about it, JC?
Look, hey, I'm feeling great, man. I mean, hey, first of all, just like you said, man, the Dallas Cowboys did us a favor last week by losing. Hey, Dougie P came through for us again, and the Philadelphia community, rewarded him by sending 35 Philly cheesesteak to the fans, their staff and everything. But no, all seriously,
corny, by the way.
I feel like, hey, look, it is what it is. Hey, they eating good too. But anyway, look, I feel like that this game is going to come down to, hey, who wanted more, period. All the talk is over with. Dak Prescott wasn't there in week 6, right, when we played him. Jalen Hurts ain't going to be here in week 16. But who's the better team, no matter who's playing or not? Who's the better O-line? Who's the better D-line? Who's the better coach? Like, who's going to call the plays? Who's going to call the challenges when it matters the most? So I think this game is going to come down to overall, who's the better team overall. And I think that the Philadelphia Eagles, as much as I hate to say it, that, look, the Philadelphia Eagles are the better team. I respect the Cowboys. In order to beat the champ, you have to beat the champ, but they kind of beat themselves last week. So right now we're going to be the NFC East champ, but we just got to go in there with the dog mentality. No matter who's back there playing on this team, we're going to come out with the win.
How you feeling, Mike? How you feeling?
I mean, it's simple to me. regardless who plays quarterback, there's definitely going to be a different game plan. But the fact of the matter is, this Eagles team proved to win multiple ways throughout the season. And for something, a lot of Cowboy fans trolling most of the time try to discredit these Eagles wins was because we can't pull up because we won a couple close. Now the Cowboys lost a couple close ones. Our winning close ones is what separates this team, being able to finish, being able to get the job done when it matters. And I think that this team all around knows what's going on. We set the precedent. And I think we go out there and try to finish the season for Hurts, even if he's not out there. Again, this Dallas team is a tale of two teams. I saw him drop 40 on the Vikings. I saw what he did to the Colts in the fourth quarter. But then I did see the inconsistencies of mainly their defense. But again, I don't think Dak played bad these last two games. Some costly turnovers. But once again, whether it's passing the ball or running the ball, they had the ball with 1 minute and 25 seconds. They get that first down. They ice the game. Doug Peterson don't get his cheesesteak. You know what I mean? It is what it is. However, they got some full bellies. We get to decide what we want to do now. And again, to Boss's point, I don't think it's so much we run the ball all the time because look at Miles Sanders' carries. It's still way beyond. He's in the top 5 rushing, but if you look at the top 5 compared to him, it's a gap in carries. But what we did do wrong there is try to throw the ball extra in the Windy City. We also tried to just ignore Miles Sanders after he came off a 150-yard game. And so I think it's not about the rushes or what we do because we've been a very balanced team. It's the fact that we're not utilizing Miles Sanders in certain games at an extreme rate. Nick Sirianni, the one thing I used to say about him is he goes too extreme run or too extreme pass. This year, he's found a medium, and then once in a while, he gets away from it. And so we just got to play our game. I still think it's going to be close, but man, y'all don't want Minshew Mania to get wild in there. You just don't want that happening because, listen, he's not that great of a quarterback throughout the season, but he can feed off some energy. He can feed off some energy for sure, and we got some dogs there, you know what I mean, on this team. So 500, finish it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you feeling about it, 500?
Well, listen, I'm going to think of it a little differently than everybody else because I'm looking at it from purely the Eagles' perspective. It's a numbers game right now. Okay, the Eagles are now 3.5 in the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys went out and choked against the Jaguars, and they took the game during the season. Like this has been all-time, and they won it. All I'm worried about is one win. It don't have to be Cowboys, don't have to against the Saints. Just get me one win. Now, I would like to win this game because I want to get this. But, I mean, the truth is this is going to come down to the trenches. Thing is the Eagles are better offensive line and defensive line. So, that's for the Eagles. The only chance the Cowboys have is that Minshew plays. And otherwise, it's a wrap, baby. It's a wrap.
Yeah, go ahead. I like what the Eagles got right now. I think that the Eagles have an opportunity to go out there and win with Minshew. Everybody talks about how great the team is, you know. So I think that it's going to be a great game no matter what. But something that I believe it was Boss Cowboy brought up when we first got in here was identity and you know what the Eagles' identity was and what the Cowboys' identity was. And I want to go off of that a little bit more. And maybe we'll start with True 500 and kind of work our way backwards. What do you feel your team's identity is? What do you think the Eagles' identity is? And then obviously when we get to the Cowboys, how do you feel the Cowboys, you know, have made their identity over this year? Because we both have had some games that I feel like you can say that's not who the Eagles or Cowboys should be. And we see the results from it. So we'll start with you, 500. How do you feel the Eagles have molded their identity this year?
Well, I say my mic was cutting out, so if it's cutting out, let me know and I'll try to but
it is.
I look at it is okay. Let me come back and let me let me switch it.
I apologize, y'all. I gave up on the camera. I gotta fix it. I gotta be able to pay attention to the questions. I ain't, you know, y'all know what I look like.
Mike, you want to take it and then we'll go back to 500?
Yeah. So the identity thing. I like our identity because of, you know, the main narrative before the season was Jalen Hurts can't pass. We paid $100 million for a wide receiver for no reason. But again, you know, we threw that narrative away, and we got the Russian narrative from Miles Sanders because we ain't having a number one back to get over 1,000 yards and a wide receiver to get 1,000 yards for like the same amount of time. And the Eagles have just been a team that has been pretty well adjusted this year. Like I said, there wasn't too much extremes. A couple games I can go back and say, come on, Nick Sirianni, you got the extreme of one of two ways like Chicago. But the tale is the Eagles come in and throw for 380 one game and beat a team, and then come in and rush for 350, 360 as a team, and that is including Jalen Hurts. So I think our identity has just been win, win, win no matter what, because you got the 35, the 14 wins, and you got the 17 to 16 wins. You know what I mean? So it's just been that do what's necessary mentality, and I kind of like it because, again, looking at this Dallas defense now, you know, prior to these injuries, I was saying, we're going to have to run the ball, get that RPO going, try to run at Micah Parsons, see what we can do. Now I'm looking at that secondary like, hey, I would love it to be Hurts, but they can't play us man-to-man with our receivers out there. So I think the identity for the Eagles has just been do whatever it takes. And I think Hurts at the end of the season took that a little too far, because if we're talking about all his hits, the last 4 games, he's been hit more than the previous 10. Let's just say that the first 10 compared to the last 4, he's been hit a lot more, and he's doing it whatever it takes. But I think that comes down from just the way this team prepares and the way we've been playing. And real quick, shout out to everybody giving the super chats. We got a lot of people, and we're live on a lot of channels. It's going to be hard, but Silverback with the $50 banger, we appreciate you. And LB, you got to get that fixed so he can hit you up with one too. You heard?
I know. Yeah. Shout out my guy Silverback. My bad, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, 500? You got the mic going?
You hear me now?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure you hear me. All right. So I think their identity is simple. They're when they need to run the ball, and they can throw the ball. They can beat you with run or pass games this year, and then they play good defense behind it, especially that defensive is racking up sacks. You have 3 guys over 10 sacks. You're gonna have about
that internet's still bad, fam. You going in and out. You going in and out.
Yeah, it's like cutting.
Really?
Yeah, you cutting out, man. You know, I get all of this, man. They looking for the identity or what's the identity, but the main thing is I can't stand y'all.
Right, I can't stand y'all, man. I hate y'all.
We done held hands long enough. So
that's long enough.
We try. We try.
Hey,
because I heard some stuff I'm ready to bust at.
Who was the number 1 seed last year, by the way?
It was
it y'all?
With the
No. Who was the number 1 seed last year?
Number 1 seed last year.
It was Green Bay, right?
Yeah,
Green Bay.
Right.
So what I'm trying to tell people is that all of this seed stuff don't matter. When it get down to football, what we can do and what you can do.
How does it not matter, though? How does it not matter?
It don't matter.
Just because one team that beat you guys didn't
let me go.
are in the playoffs this year.
Let me say this: when Mike McCarthy won his first Super Bowl in Green Bay, was he the number 1 seed?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Were the Eagles the number 1 seed when they won their first Super Bowl?
Let me finish with my point.
No, they wasn't.
All right. Let me
they were.
Yes, we was.
They were.
Oh, my bad.
So what I'm trying to say, when he went 15-1, what happened to Mike McCarthy's team? You know, they didn't get to no Super Bowl. So we need to look at this seed talk and just move it out the way. It's about.
I don't think so.
How though? Because you have
I disagree.
Let me just ask you this question, Law.
What y'all disagree? Because that's what y'all clinging to.
Let me just ask you this question, Law. Would you rather play the Eagles in the playoffs in Philly or in Dallas? Just answer that question.
Bro.
Then you tell
Philly.
me.
Philly.
You
wildin'.
That's
why you wildin'.
No. We don't got home field advantage like y'all.
Hold on. Let's go one at a time.
Let the homie explain.
Can I say one thing? Like, first, I was kind of enjoying the Joe Castro kind of interview thing. Like, say so.
I was trying to keep it like civil as possible, but hey.
I should have been faster with my answer. I should have been faster with my answer.
JC, you remember when we did this show way back before the season even started? I picked the Eagles to win the division, correct?
You were right.
Because here's what I've been trying to explain to a lot of people who don't understand. as Dallas Cowboys fans, and we be honest, y'all follow me on Twitter, we don't have home field advantage like playing in Philly is. So for us, I prefer to be on the road, to be honest with y'all. I'd rather go to Tampa. I'd rather go to San Francisco. I'd rather go to Philly than us have 3 home games in Dallas. And so,
but y'all don't. But
go ahead.
But historically, though, Tuck, y'all don't do well in them situations, though.
I mean, we haven't done well in those situations, but I feel like the Cowboys play a lot better with their backs against the wall versus at home. It's just not a home field advantage. I'm there. Y'all see me. I'm there every Sunday. It just isn't that type of environment. So for me personally, I'm perfectly fine with the Cowboys having to go on the road for the playoff run.
And I'll give you that. Listen, mine's gonna be quick.
Discount the impact being home has on you, though. No, just because the fans aren't standing up and yelling and going crazy. These guys are yelling in the opposite, spectrum when it goes to when you're going to Philly. I don't understand why you would want to go to somebody else's comfort zone just because your comfort zone is
knowing your team. We play better.
Have any of y'all ever come to the Link? Have any of y'all ever been to a football game at the Link?
No.
Yes,
y'all gonna get buried. Y'all come there for the playoffs. On God, that's not where you want to play.
But here's the thing:
that's not where you want to play in the playoffs.
I'd rather play there than AT&T, bro. Like I really am. Like because Dallas Cowboys have fight or flight syndrome, right? This is why we struggle versus the Colts, the Houston Texans, the Jaguars, right? Because it doesn't present a real threat. When you saw versus the Vikings, what happened? The Vikings just beat the Bills. We just lost to Green Bay. We were scared for our lives and fought back. You know what I'm saying? This Saturday, you're probably going to see that fight back, right? So for the Cowboys standpoint, but
the fight back is realist too.
I understand that, but let me just say this though. For as much as you guys, and I'll give you that. Some teams play better on the road, and you can hold that. But we're also talking about, again, if you go to Minnesota, it might not be nothing with that dome, and you're playing on the road. You feel disrespected. It's cool, but we're saying as much as you give yourself a positive 10 points for playing on the road, we got a positive 20 for playing at home. That is a hard spot to play in, as LB's trying to say. So you guys feel net positive playing on the road. We feel net positive playing at home. And so to Law's point, I think everybody differs when it comes to seeds. I think it's important, and Eagle Media has been saying it. It's important for Philly to play home because that's who we are.
That's one thing I can say too. Y'all quarterback got that shoulder thing, and it may be best for you guys to have that bye week so that he can rest up and heal up. Now, for the Cowboys, to me, I don't like a week off and then going to play because we start off so flat. We start off so
what momentum do you have right now?
Attention for us too. I want us to just be humble, roll into the playoff, play that first week. Hey, beat up, finally win the playoff game, by the way, and then win another one, and then win another one. You know how this thing go, Cowboy Nation.
But see, look, real quick. Do anybody on this panel think that the Eagles would have won the Super Bowl if we did not have home field advantage in 2017?
But that's two different fan bases.
We don't know, bro.
But home field matters.
For you guys,
it likely matters to you guys. We believe that y'all know y'all team, and we understand
home field matters. I'm telling
you, it matters more to y'all though, and everybody kind of conceded to the point.
That crowd at the lake is a different.
It matters for y'all different than how it matters.
But this is what we're not going to do though. We're not going to downgrade the importance of having a number one seed because y'all can't play in front of y'all fans. We won the Super Bowl. We won the Super Bowl. Listen, our friends. Listen, I've been in a lot of airports this year alone. I ain't never seen a lot of Cowboys fans at airports. I seen a lot of Eagles fans. We traveled with the team. We traveled. Hold on, let me finish. Y'all, you see, y'all have insurgents though, bro. Y'all have people already planted in these cities. So y'all don't really got to travel. Y'all got people already in these cities.
We there already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all got the bigger fan base. Y'all got the bigger fan. Listen,
well, I mean, thank you for making a point for us. We don't need to travel.
I ain't never seen the Link get taken over.
Well, it don't.
We would love home field advantage.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll put it like this. See, one thing that Philly 500 said that super error is that he think that the steam got taken out this game for the Jags. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
It did.
No, listen. Let me finish. Let me finish because this is important. See, y'all making the exact same mistake we made when we was playing the Jags. When we got that fumble, we start celebrating. We start acting like the game was already 0-0, and it was not. They had some time on the clock, and anything could happen, and it did happen. Some stupidity on our end happened. Y'all
How does that have anything to do with
hold
us?
on real quick.
Can you explain that's what we celebrate?
I'm getting ready.
Yeah, what does that have to do with us?
I gotta respond now.
Because it done got real interesting. Listen, it done got real interesting already. See, y'all trying to downplay that shoulder with Hurts. See, it can get real interesting real fast. Because, see, y'all also know it was a time in 2018 where that same thing happened to our quarterback. That same thing happened. No, 2019.
You reaching, but didn't you just tell us that we were celebrating something? What are we celebrating? Let's get back there real quick. Let's get back there real quick. What were we celebrating?
The stain was taken out. Like y'all ain't got nothing to play for no more, and y'all getting ready to just walk in. No, y'all still got to fight the rest of the games out too.
This the thing. Though. This the thing. It don't matter if we win or lose. That's just the numbers game in the reality. But if y'all beat the Jags, Jalen Hurts, it ain't no talk about he might not play. I guarantee you he play if y'all beat the Jags. Because I don't think it's injury that serious. Then it's though y'all.
But here's what
y'all got 40 to put on y'all.
The last time Dak lost in Philly was 3 years ago, man. Dak Prescott is 7-3 versus.
But what was it?
Here we go. History lessons.
It was for the division, though.
Last time he lost to y'all in Philly was 3 years ago.
Okay, but it was for the division. This is a first-year team. The last time when he was beating Philly, we were under 500 or barely at 500. You can't listen. Dak Prescott has a great record against Philly.
Hey, you just keep
Hey,
that's
2022.
Wait.
Lost. I don't want to hear that.
You know what's funny?
Here's what
funny to
people
me
understand. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's funny to me because I'm hearing Cowboy fans talk about they rather play on the road because they don't play at home. It's just something with home. It's not a home season. It's not a home thing. It's not a pressure thing. It's a choke thing. You guys choke every time this year. You choke.
And it's turning into an excuse.
You guys choke. And now you're making an excuse.
What games have we choked, 500?
The
Packers and the Jags.
Just choked the Jaguars.
Let me ask you this.
You choked San Francisco game last year. Did you guys not choke the San Francisco playoff game?
They were favorites.
Any of y'all finished. So
hold on, let Law go. What you saying, Law?
Any other Packers last year?
Yeah.
Did they or not? They knocked out the number 1 seed last year, didn't they? The same 49ers team we lost to, right?
Who were you favored or not?
Did the 49ers knock out the Green Bay Packers?
Did the Cowboys? Why are we? So we taking?
So you're saying? You're saying?
They choked. Did y'all choke Tom Brady?
Because you're saying
y'all choked.
No, we were a better team. Like that's what the choke is. If you're a better team, you're supposed to win. Wow.
Listen, when you are the favorite and you lose, you can define it by choking. And so at the end of the day, listen,
Cowboys all week, Mike.
Hold up.
So y'all choke versus the Commanders.
Yeah, we did choke against the Commanders. Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely did.
Listen,
again,
and you know what? After we lost to the Commanders, we ain't lose since.
Was it in December?
Y'all about to lose on Saturday.
Was it in December?
Well, y'all choke was worse because y'all choked to a backup. We choked to the number.
Our choke is worse when it was in the regular season and yours was in the playoffs. Stop it! Stop it!
Y'all lost to the Redskins, man. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Hold on.
This the bottom line.
How you lose?
Hey,
hold on, bro. Hold on.
Look,
this the bottom line. We 13.
When we was hot, we swept the whole division. See, Philly 500 trying to act like we know when we hot, we'll take the whole division.
And not win a Super Bowl. And not for real. Like, come on. My man dusted off the VHS before he came in. Come on.
Now we talking, baby.
Let's get something clear.
I have a question, though.
Please, let's get something clear.
500 mentioned the record.
Let me go. Before you go, let me just clarify something. We ain't choking against the Commanders. We got the best record in football. That loss ain't cost us nothing. That ain't no joke. We took a loss.
It is a
We
joke.
lost to the
Don't make it
Commanders.
sound good.
That ain't no joke. What did it cost us? We still said it pretty. What did the loss cost us?
Taylor Heineke.
Hold on, perfect segue.
So we weren't supposed to lose at all this season.
LB.
Yeah, they want us to go. They want us to go. They want us to
It's
go.
mostly Cowboys fans, Cowboys content creators yelling over Cowboys fans. It's like,
the Eagles only have one loss. Congratulations. Name a top 10 quarterback you guys have beat this year.
Name a good receiver.
Name a top 10 quarterback we beat this year.
Trevor Lawrence.
yeah, we beat Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, we. Fact.
What are you talking about? Listen to the logic, y'all. Listen to this logic, y'all.
We beat two good quarterbacks.
Who?
That you didn't. Aaron Rodgers and Trevor Lawrence.
How long did Aaron Rodgers play? How long?
Bro, this is laughable, y'all. This is laughable. Yo, this is laughable. It's laughable. This is laughable.
You know what's laughable? Because last year when we were 12-5, y'all wanted to stack that on us that we didn't beat nobody when we beat y'all twice. Right?
Who said that?
If we lose in the playoffs, you can tell us that. And until we lose in the playoffs,
we literally did a show. It was me, you, Mike, LB, and Rome. Y'all named y'all top 10 quarterbacks. Y'all ain't played nobody off that list. What are we talking about?
Aaron Rodgers.
Is that our fault? Did we make the schedule?
So did you not play against Jordan Love in that game?
Gotta respect it.
Did you play against Jordan Love in that game?
Gotta respect it.
All I know
What
is
you mean? That's on y'all. That's on y'all.
We knocked
You know what we did do though?
2019. I don't care. Y'all haven't been back since 2019.
Right.
We beat Cooper Rush. We beat Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
We beat Cooper Rush. He got a better winning percentage than Dak Prescott.
Every time I
We beat the best quarterback on your roster.
Yo, LB, listen.
He might be running over y'all everywhere, man. So y'all be ready for Ezekiel Elliott this Saturday.
Cool.
Y'all don't even want to use them. Y'all don't even use y'all running backs. Y'all barely use y'all. Y'all know y'all don't use y'all running backs. Are we gonna talk about football? We just gonna sit here and be upset. We could have done this on Twitter. We could have done this on Twitter with less talking over each other. We in a Twitter space. We in a Twitter space right now. Y'all wanna talk about some football? Y'all wanna just talk about 2019?
I was just asking.
Listen. We're gonna
asking for y'all to take it back.
I was just asking.
Listen.
Joe,
last thing I'm gonna say
the chat
before we can get
back to moderation, so because it is a lot of
that's what people like.
But listen, at the end of the day, if you guys really think we didn't beat it,
take it over, man. Take it over, Joe.
Yeah, get us back in order, Joe. Get us back.
No, look, I'll just throw out a topic and we can have fun with it. I'm not gonna sit here and ask every individual because that's not
one at a time, please.
But yeah, let's at least go one at a time. But all I want to say realistically is I don't understand why it's so hard for Dallas Cowboys content creators, fans, whatever you want to put it, to give us our flowers. This team can go out there and beat you. I've heard a lot of excuses. And a lot of 7-3. We used to do this. We used to do that. I mean, let's talk about this year. That's all I'm saying. I think that this year, the Philadelphia Eagles have a very good chance of clinching everything Saturday.
Game week ain't no flowers.
Is all you want is for us to tell you?
Not even. I just don't understand that. I don't understand the hurt behind it. I feel like it hurts y'all to just be like, yeah, y'all are better than us.
Good job.
You know what? The Cowboys.
I like that. I do. Now it does feel a little better though. Now that you did that, I do like that.
Haven't beat a top 10 quarterback, and if you want to stand by that, cool. But when we beat you Saturday, I guess we still didn't beat a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, because you guys come back in your top 10.
I give you flowers and cookies if you guys manage to win this Saturday against Dak Prescott, of course, and company. I give you.
Are you guys not Dallas? Are you guys not afraid of? Are you guys not afraid of the difference? No. Listen, not us. I'm talking about within your own rights. Are you not afraid that it seems that since Dak Prescott has come back, your defense, which you guys came into this season vaulting as your top weapon, right? Are you nervous that has seemed to be your Achilles heel now that Dak has come back? And Dak has not necessarily been perfect, obviously throwing damn near 2 interceptions a game. So that doesn't make you worried? That doesn't make you worried? I really want to know. I really want to know.
We might as well all take a break.
I'm turning my camera off too, LB. I'm turning my camera. But no, seriously.
About the excuses. They about to start pulling up comprehensive film, telling us that it's the number 6.
Bro,
they about to make every excuse in the world.
Man, that's a shot at me.
Nextel internet.
You L on that, Lord. Don't you trying to get it back, but you took a nice little L on that.
You think the camera issue is internet? You hear me loud and clear.
Don't let them avoid it, LB. You trying to avoid it. You trying to avoid it.
You trying to get
it
back. Because see, you got fakes with.
You ain't the only one that do that. You ain't the only one that do that.
You right, but see when you put all that context together on when you said all of that they go do a comprehensive film study on interceptions, that sounds like it's my bag. It wasn't that me. Who was that for then?
Yeah,
it's for you since you won it. Since you won it, it's for you now. It's for you.
I knew. So you know you said it. I knew I was a little more. You took that L that you came in. You was super spicy on your channel about me, and you was wrong as hell, bro. And just accept it.
What was I wrong about? What was I wrong about?
You came out saying I was making. I'm getting ready to tell you. Yeah. You came out saying I was making excuses for Dak because I said on my own Twitter, not even to you. I said on my own Twitter, talking to my own people, that it was 3 of those out of the 6 interceptions that was not on Dak. It was system generated. You went live and killed me.
Is that not an excuse, or would you want to call that reasoning? Is that not an excuse?
It's cause and effect, bro.
No, but let me ask you this.
I mean,
last year? Y'all didn't run option routes last year?
Hold on, Mike.
In the mix, Kellen Moore when you're due for 3. Go ahead,
Mike. Before you ask that, Mike, y'all don't practice this shit in practice. Y'all don't practice during the week. Do y'all just wake up? Do y'all just wake up on game day and say, "Let's run new plays"? Come on, bro.
It don't work like that, Lord.
It don't work, bro. It don't
work like that, Lord. I mean, if you want to talk about real football, I'll give it to you. But if you want to troll, you got it.
No, you can't. Now it's trolling. Now it's trolling.
Come on, I want to know what you want to do, because if you want to really talk about it, I'll explain it. If you don't, then I'll just let you go and troll.
You already explained it to them, though.
I'm doing what I want. You just explained it.
I already explained to him. He already admitted he understood it. Now he's on here acting like he
don't. Okay. So the reasoning for the interceptions is a bunch of option routes in the offensive coordinator. That's what you're telling me, right?
No, it's some on Dak, and actually most of them on Dak, but some of them, like I said in my tweet, is on the system. That's a fact.
3 out of the 11 is on the system. I can live with that. What about the other damn 8? What about the other 8?
Well, actually, the new analytics says only 6
are bad, and our quarterback needs to do better at protecting the ball.
So that doesn't.
I can deal with that. Thank you.
That doesn't make y'all worried as Cowboys fans. Is everything
real with y'all?
Okay.
Quarterback.
I answer that, Joe.
Hunky dory in Dallas land? I feel like y'all making it sound like y'all.
It ain't always about interceptions.
Let me answer that, Joe. So who was the NFL leaders in interceptions last year? Y'all know, because y'all watch football every day.
You're not answering the question. You're
bro, we in 2022.
Why are we talking about last year?
About 14.
Why can't y'all talk football, fam?
Won't you tell us? Won't you tell us, bro?
Okay, well, shut up and let me talk. We're talking box. The NFL leader last year in interception was the Super Bowl champ Matt Stafford. Then you had Josh Allen. Then you had Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, your top 10 guy you just listed. He was up there tied for 17 as well. You only care about interceptions right now because it's the low-hanging fruit you can pick on Dak Prescott.
Yeah, man, is Dak Prescott having a better year?
They all made the divisional round. They all went past the second round.
Has Dak played
you guys keep bringing up last year. Why do you keep talking about last year?
Because it's called context.
Mike, you gonna act like Dak wasn't hurt this year? That don't matter.
Real talk. To piggyback on what you're saying.
But was it an issue?
I hear you, Ron. Dak being hurt. Yeah, is he hurt now?
It's the 5 games don't matter. So when y'all throw up total stats, they don't mean nothing to me.
No. Games. Y'all watch
interceptions don't matter.
To the film watchers. To the film watchers.
He really told you just listed the 5 quarterbacks who went interceptions last year.
Low Nation. Is Dak Prescott playing better this year or better than last year? I just want to know.
I want to know. We still got one of the best records in the league. It ain't kept.
All right. So since Dak Prescott returned from his injury, the Cowboys are 6-2. They went from the 28th ranked offense down to now. Since his return, they're top 5 offense.
Yep. Right.
What we try to do is, what we try to do, we got 3 games to get right. We self-sabotage ourselves. We got rid of Amari Cooper.
Choke, you mean?
Hold on. Let me finish. We got rid of Amari Cooper. We got rid of Amari Cooper, and we got rid of Cedric Wilson. That is 1,400 yards of production. That is over 10 touchdowns of production. I get it. We messed up. We picked up a guy by the name. Y'all said with me, James Washington, and thinking he was going to do something, right? And we had Noah Brown. I look back at the game that you guys played against Chicago, and your guy, A.J. Brown, versus Noah Brown. A.J. was catching all of those low balls or those 3rd and long balls. Don't you know the number 1 guy out of the slant is A.J. Brown? I think that the real MVP of your Eagles.
Oh, but see, you started off. You started off keeping it a buck.
AJ Brown and MVP.
Brown.
You started off keeping it a buck,
especially for those short distance and those 3rd yards, the 3rd downs. That AJ Brown is nice over there. That's
why who throwing in the ball?
Y'all want some cookies? He's been nice for you. He's been nice.
How come AJ Brown is having his best year?
A career year.
Oh, he's better than Tannehill, man. Good job.
So you want
No. But listen.
Good job, though.
Are you saying that Ryan Tannehill? Are you saying that Joe Hurts is not better than Ryan Tannehill? Are you saying
y'all said last
year? I don't even think that Jalen Hurts was better than Tannehill.
Tannehill stinks.
Hey, don't brag on this.
Look, this ain't the thing to brag on. Too much respect now. See, I'm giving y'all chocolate, roses, cookies, and all. And what I'm saying is,
brag about being better than Tannehill.
Now let's put this in different perspective. Let's put this in different perspective.
The only one.
You think? Hold on. Let me just finish this one little point, and I'm gonna hush for a couple more minutes.
Easy, Law.
Do you think if we had A.J. Brown versus Noah Brown, that ball, all 3 of those balls that bounced off of his hands that went to the opposing team? Do you think A.J. is a better catcher than Noah Brown? And I'm not shading my guy Noah Brown. He's my dog, but that's all I wanted to say.
Wait. One thing. Hey, that throw that Dak Prescott did last week.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Versus the Houston
Texans. Interrupting that man, dog. Interrupting people.
Noah Brown. He dove. Like that, that catch was better than the throw. Noah Brown dove and caught that pass against the Houston Texans. If he didn't catch that, y'all catch an L. So now
against who?
All sudden now.
Keep going. Keep going. No, did I ever say he was trash?
No, he didn't say that.
I never said he's trash.
No.
But he is
just a fifth stringer.
Wide receiver option. Yeah. Look, if he's so good, give me AJ, and then you can get more.
Right. You got CD Lamb though. You got CD Lamb though. You got CD Lamb though.
I got CD.
Force-fed lamb. Y'all got the
Mike, let me ask you a question.
Shout out to Roll Tide, but then what did Devontae do? Devontae a nice wide receiver. Come on, man.
Me and Jay Tuck gave Hurts his flowers all last year. Before
I gave his flowers on draft night.
I don't know about Jay Tuck.
Hold on. Before Joe Castro got on board and before 3,500 got on board, I watched both of y'all. Y'all wasn't on Hurts train last year. Me and Jay Tuck gave him flowers last year.
Me?
Joe Castro didn't like him.
Yeah,
and 3,500 was on the rope.
Wait, what did you say though? Y'all be bragging how much I said though. I was critical. Ain't nobody ever said like him.
What do that have to do with anything though?
Jalen don't now, huh? They keep Jalen
What do that have to do with anything though?
I got hate for the Eagles. I don't got hate for Hurts.
Well,
I just want
to. It don't matter though. It's fair to be on the ropes or just a little shaky about what you saw last year. That's fair.
That is actually fair. That is fair because people got the right to come around.
That's what I'm saying.
But that also shows the talent of our group to where we all saw the talent in Hurts before a lot of y'all did.
Facts.
Who you talking to? Who you talking about?
I'm talking about all of y'all. Like,
okay.
There's people especially on this panel. Now, you probably was day one Hurts, but he clearly pointed it out that Joe Castro and Philly 500 was not. Now,
no,
I
that's
was
not
clearly.
what I was.
Well,
but that's not unfair, though. That's not unfair, though.
That's not unfair, though. That's fair. Like that. Like, well, apparently you guys don't like him. Like, come on.
We already agreed that people had a right to change their mind, but we also got to acknowledge the eyeballs and the eye talent of the Cowboy content creators that we was also high on Hurts before y'all.
Now who wants the cookie?
Why can't you see that?
I'm just saying, I ain't asking no cookie. I'm just
this man want me to make him a pancake because you guys got good content.
It ain't about no pancakes, big dog. It's just acknowledgement that we better. It's just it.
At what? Now we're not even talking about football. Come on, bro. Come on. Now we're not even talking about football. This man just want to be better at life. Come on, son. I've never been hurt by a man in the Santa hat. I promise you that. I promise you that. That is my life motto.
I was fully
never let a man in the Santa hat get to me.
I didn't know. I didn't know what he was going to be. I fully admit that.
Y'all always sold on Dak Prescott when he came in for Romo. Oh, y'all.
I'm shit. It ain't no documentation that's gonna say I'm not.
So let me ask you, Cowboy fans, a question. Let me ask you, Cowboy fans.
I wasn't.
Let me ask you, Cowboy fans, a question. If you're so good at evaluating talent out there, right? If you're so good at evaluating talent, why can't you see the lack of talent that you have at the receiving core? Why can't you see all the flaws that you have on your team? You think you're better than us. Where's the talent?
He just explained to you about the situation with the wide receivers. He just lost his point.
But every position we're better than you. You can't see
now.
that.
You changed
every
You
position.
can't evaluate that.
You're not better at quarterback. You're not better at right tackle.
You started with receiver, right?
You're not better at right tackle. You're not better at
Lane Johnson over here right now.
You ain't better at running back. None of them.
All better. Better wide receivers. Better.
You ain't better at corner.
Defensive line. Better cornerback.
We ain't better at corner. You're not better at corner.
Watch Cowboy. You got to put that drink down. If you really think that you're better at corner.
Can I say something? It ain't even Friday, bro. You can't be drinking that much.
So y'all agree that y'all not better at cornerback. So y'all agree y'all not better at right tackle. So y'all agree that y'all not better at running back.
No, Lane Johnson is better than right tackle.
Can I answer
you better at every single position? At every single position than the Dallas Cowboys. Every single position.
Can I say something? 500 is probably our first time meeting you, man. Nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you.
If you believe if the Eagles got everything better, then why'd y'all get y'all pennies in a bunch when Micah said the same damn thing on the podcast?
Oh,
we didn't.
Because Michael Parsons was discrediting our quarterback at the same time.
He wasn't discrediting your quarterback.
Because what he was doing. No.
The best offensive line.
I'll tell you why.
This is our problem.
It's because it was a backhanded slap at Jalen Hurts.
It wasn't.
He was trying to take it. Yes, it was.
Compliment.
It was trying to take it at Jalen Hurts.
You keep it
It was passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive.
Hold on, let me
now
just
y'all looking at people's hearts
First
now.
of all, Jay Tuck never even watched the thing, so he talking about people commenting on stuff that they don't know. Listen, Micah Parsons simply said, "Hold up,
made videos on it. I follow each one of y'all channels. Y'all commenting on it.
So this is why we were upset. You can praise AJ Brown. You can praise the defense. I don't care. Thank you for the flowers. You can praise the offensive line. But what Micah Parsons tried to do is when Von Miller, unknowing how Micah Parsons feels about who is the MVP, said that it was Mahomes and Hurts, and went a bunch of capping about how can Hurts be in consideration if he's not top 5 in anything, because you guys think that a quarterback is just a passer, but Lamar won the MVP. Part of it was hold up, listen, at the end of the day, he said he's not top 5 in anything. Passer rating,
oh my
top
God.
5. Total
watching, Mike.
Listen, he's top 5 in a lot of categories. That means super production. That means MVP. And the funny thing is, Micah Parsons started this by saying it's not a quarterback award. So he said it's not a quarterback award. Jalen Hurts is playing like a tremendous quarterback and football player, and he tried to say he's not top 5.
What did he say about Purdy?
That's the disrespect. Forget the flowers.
Micah said it wasn't a quarterback award. He tweeted that weeks ahead of that podcast, bro. He was asking why is it just a quarterback reward?
And the same could be said. Parsons may have gave disrespect, and from your interpretation, but Trayvon Diggs came out and said that your boy Hurts is the MVP. So
and we said
You
nothing about
gotta
it.
soften the blow
Hold up.
before the game.
One's real and one's
You gotta soften the blow before the matchup. That's it.
Real quick.
Oh, see, bro, man, all these dudes God, bro. That's the problem. These dudes, they can see in our hearts.
No, boss, let me say this real quick. I'm not even, listen, if Michael Parsons really don't think he's the MVP, he could put Mahomes, he could put Allen, he could put whoever in front of him. I'm not even mad at that because everybody has an opinion. And for the longest time, I would have not argued anybody who said Mahomes was the guy, even though I'm an Eagle fan. But when he says he's not top 5 in anything, that's him just spewing stuff to now make it even sound worse. You can't say he's not top 5 in anything when he's top 5 in a lot of
in almost every category.
But what if he now?
Listen, I don't know how many touchdowns Dak got right now, so I'm not going to comment on it.
But
He
y'all
could
talk
have just
about
rolled his
Dak
eyes
every
at the
day.
Eagles.
Y'all talk about Dak every day.
Yes, you do,
Can
bro.
I ask
So
Cowboys
Michael
fans?
Parsons can't
Can I-
microwave.
I'm about to
out
ask the cap on
Can I
her.
ask
It's
the
crazy.
Cowboys fans a question here? Can I ask you guys a question? I'm
They
just
gonna be honest, but
I'm gonna ask
Wait.
you a question back too.
Yeah, why can't we ask?
Okay, that's cool. But when Micah Parsons
What
said
can we
that,
ask?
okay, in all honesty, when he said that about Jalen Hurts and it came out, did part of you guys worry that the Cowboys were overlooking the Jaguars?
No,
For the
bro. It
Eagles?
was a
No.
podcast, bro.
CFT said it on a video. Stop playing, CFT. Stop playing. Now you capping again.
I said we was overlooking the Jags.
Yeah.
I said we was
Yes.
overlooking the Jags.
I don't think he said.
I think he
that,
said.
dog.
I think he said something on the lines of it's going to be a tough game. I think he said it's going to be a tough game or something like that.
Game. I ain't never said he said he was overlooking the Jags.
He
Right.
never
You-
did
Well,
that.
you know what, Mike Wright. You know what, Mike Wright. You did say that.
Uh-oh.
In the video.
Don't be a jump to my grandma with his man. He don't care.
I see that's how the game go.
So
But go ahead.
wait,
Y'all want to ask a
CFT,
question? Go
what
ahead.
did you say in the Micah Parsons video when you said we should be worried? Micah Parsons should be worried about the Jags. Your title kind of said it.
Well,
Your title kind of said it.
well, Philly Mike.
Uh-oh.
See, sometimes, like you say, anybody is entitled to their opinion, right? So you said that. So I got an opinion about Jalen that y'all not gonna like. But it's my honest opinion. I feel like Jalen is a game manager and a really good game manager. Matter of fact, I
But
tweeted
then you are
this.
blind like a muff.
See, get out your feelings and let me finish, big dog.
I'm not.
So, because if I
Just
look
saying.
at Jalen and compare him to Dak's rookie year, he's really basically on pace, except for rushing yards.
No,
And
I saw
rush-
your tweet. No. I saw your
Okay, let
tweet.
me, dog, I gotta be able to finish my point, bro. I gotta be able to finish. I knew you was gonna get in your feelings, bro. Get out your feelings and let me finish, big dog. I knew it was gonna make one of y'all in y'all feelings just because I got my own opinion, big dog. No, but yeah, I'm gonna let you talk, big dog, but just let me finish my
I saw your
point.
tweet, bro.
I know you saw your tweet, but let me get it all the way out because I got more to say than that tweet. I got more to say than that tweet. I'm pretty sure it rubbed a whole lot of y'all wrong.
Let him finish. Let him finish,
It rubbed a
JC.
whole lot of y'all wrong, but it's not even no disrespect to him, bro. Because this is the thing. I know you can win championships with game management, and with a lot of times, I prefer game management over crazy what some people call
Gunslingers.
Gunslingers. I can't stand no damn gunslinger. I think what y'all doing with him is smart. I think y'all put a good game plan around him, but I'm not gonna act like he out there just super slanging that thing, and then he had to come back a whole bunch of times in his own. Because on his completion percentage. On his completion percentage, he just where Dak was as a rookie. He behind him in yards on 14 games, going into 15. He behind him on TDs. He behind him on interceptions, and he behind him on his rating. And
But what did Dak Prescott have?
Hold on, LB. This is the thing that I know is disingenuous about all of y'all. This is what's super disingenuous about all of y'all. This is the thing that's super disingenuous. Now listen, this is what's disingenuous because y'all never gave Dak his credit. Y'all never gave Dak his credit.
For what?
Listen, then I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let all y'all get all your emotions out. I'm gonna let you get all your emotions out. But listen, y'all never gave Dak his credit because guess what? I remember the days when Dak was going against Wentz, and I remember the days rushing touchdowns didn't count for y'all. I remember those days when we were talking about being balanced and being a complete weapon.
I'm not like this until somebody is spilling BS. Hell no,
that ain't no BS. That's fact.
What did Dak ever?
Now y'all want all this credit over this game manager and over somebody Dak is already better than right now. He at his best is Dak as a rookie. At his best.
Hold on.
At his best, he's Dak as a rookie. On his MVP season, he is Dak as a rookie.
Get him.
Hold up.
This dude, man. That's cat. Go ahead, JC. Go ahead, JC.
All right, wait. What have Dak ever stopped the Philadelphia Eagles from being successful? This dude been in the league for 7 years, Eagles 5-6 years in the playoff. And won a Super Bowl at that time. So that is not going to happen right there. Number 2, I saw your freaking stupid tweet.
On y'all, bro.
What the hell you talking about? Y'all, nothing. We got a Super Bowl 7-3. Congratulations. We've been in the playoffs 5 out of 6 years.
Oh, you don't remember him
wait. Number two, bump that.
I remember that.
Congratulations, you are celebrating.
See, that's what I said. You're a life fan. Y'all
wins. You're celebrating 7-3. Congratulations. But at the same time, you're not going to sit here and send your stupid tweet out, leaving out the rushing touchdowns. How Jalen Hurts was the reason why we won the Colts game. Jalen Hurts was the reason why we won the Bears game. Jalen Hurts is the reason why the Eagles are 13-1. You cannot tell me that rookie year was the reason why y'all were a great team.
That's a good point.
That's the reason why y'all were a great team.
Can we respond now? Boss, can we respond now? Can I respond? Can I respond to you now, boss? Can I respond to you?
No, let me respond to him, and then you
got it. This ain't no dinner date. You said what you said.
I said no. What you mean? Don't ask me no question if you're not ready to know. What you mean? You ask me a question, can I let me respond to him, and then you go, and then I respond to you. That's cool. That's fair, right? But y'all trying to jump me? Because that's how we doing? Because I can handle it, but I'm just saying, let me respond to him. So this is the deal, bro. See, because this is the thing about a lot of y'all. Y'all want respect for Jalen.
You keep addressing a lot of us, but you're not letting us all respond.
Jalen all this respect when you over here saying that none of those games as a rookie was won because of Dak Prescott, when the majority of those games was won because of Dak Prescott. Matter of fact,
that's false.
In his rookie year,
false.
He was second in the most comebacks.
That's false. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
Game-winning drives was on Dak. That means he was throwing into coverages when he knew he had to throw to win, and he still won. So you can still give him about 6 wins that was directly on his back versus you only named 3 with your boy Jalen. So don't disrespect Dak. You're trying to get credit for Jalen because what you're doing is you're a hypocrite, big dog. So if you go give your quarterback some credit, give mine some too. I don't need you to give me credit because I also know y'all better than you.
They talking his rookie year. Come on, bro.
But it's cap though. Because when y'all hold on, time out. When y'all was digging up all of them Dak Prescott game-winning drives, y'all forget the reason why the field was getting drove like that. Ezekiel Elliott had damn near 90 yards in almost every game that Dak Prescott had a game-winning drive in. So break it down in context.
Bro,
what you mean? And
Jalen Hurts getting good passing yards because y'all got the best.
You don't run the ball on game-winning drives, bro. Stop it.
Please.
You don't want the ball on game-winning drives. Will you stop
I did a video 2 years ago, bro. That Prescott game-winning drive.
Wrong, bro.
Let me just say this. Listen, Dak Prescott's rookie year was good. That's why the Dallas Cowboys moved off Romo. Listen, we seen something in Jalen. We felt good enough to move off Carson. Y'all moved off Romo. Listen. And I did put Dak Prescott was in my top 10, not coming in this year, but coming into the previous year when you guys did end up winning 12-5 and getting to the playoffs and blah 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 happened. He was in my top 10. All that being said is this. The tweet that you put, and I know you want to talk about passing, and for your game manager thing, I'm not going to take it as an insult because you can't say he don't got a deep ball. You can't say
he got a deep ball. Right,
he has the top 5, top 10 deep ball in the league.
Yeah, he's
that's
doing
all
good
things
there.
that a lot of people never thought he would have, and he has it. But my main thing is this: 740. See, we're not talking about Mahomes rushing 300 yards, and even Dak in the rookie year with what he have like 300 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Bro, Zeke led the league in rushing Dak Prescott rookie year, bro. Zeke had MVP votes that year, bro. Dak Prescott was not the engine behind that.
Dak did too, bro.
What other Eagle got an MVP consideration besides Jalen Hurts this year?
I'll give you that.
No.
Crickets. It was multiple players.
That don't mean nothing, though.
Come on, bro. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing because it's true, right? It don't mean nothing because it's true, right? It don't mean nothing because it's true, right?
Okay, but listen, all I'm going to say on Jalen is this, though. You can't act like again. Shout out to Dak. And the one thing I want to say to dispute you guys that say that we try to downplay rushing when Dak was doing it. No, because Carson Wentz was doing it too. Carson Wentz was not the full runner, but he's No. Okay, listen.
Every stat padding out there, man, they left out Dak Prescott rushing touchdowns.
Can I say one thing real quick? You guys brought up
one Eagles tweet.
Prescott. Hold on, you guys talk about how Dak Prescott led the leagues in comeback in his rookie year, right?
Yeah,
well, Jalen Hurts
he
this
was
year
behind.
in the Eagles.
Actually,
hold on,
he was only behind one quarterback.
Hold on, let me talk, bro. Come on,
I just wanted to give you the facts. You were just wrong, bro.
Anyways, you said all that,
moderator talk, man.
Let Joe talk.
But I'm saying Jalen Hurts and the Eagles this year lead the league in minutes and snaps with the lead.
Yeah.
So I'm cool that he doesn't have a bunch of comebacks because you know what? He's playing with the lead. There's a difference there, right? So that you see how context makes things feel a little bit different, right? So I'll take Jalen Hurts not having to have all those comebacks. Like I don't know why
Dak Prescott had a whole season without a game-winning drive, bro. That's a game manager. Dak Prescott had a whole season without a game-winning drive. He got one of those.
Well, let me break this down. Let me break this down before anybody else come into this thing as far as game managers. There are more quarterbacks with a Super Bowl ring by being game managers. Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer, Nick Foles, Eli Manning, Big Ben Roethlisberger. He was a game manager.
Nick Foles in there that year. Do not throw Nick Foles in there because he was the reason why we won the Super Bowl.
It was the system. Was it the system or was it Nick Foles?
It was Nick Foles. The other two games.
Jalen Hurts is not a game manager. The problem with this statement is Jalen Hurts is not a game manager. That's the problem with this statement. Jalen Hurts is not a game manager.
You know why he's not a game manager?
There are more. Yes or no? Are there more quarterbacks that have been game managers with Super Bowls versus quarterbacks that's not?
That's neither here or there, though.
Listen, Jalen Hurts is not a game manager.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Are there more quarterbacks that have been game managers with Super Bowls?
The definition of a game manager is lack of production, but keeping the turnovers down, playing it safe. Listen, when Jalen Hurts steps on the field, again, you're going to see this. Oh, listen, he was
you just named out over there freaking out, touching his hat. Jalen Hurts has a lack of production.
That's Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts has a lack of production.
Let me just say this one thing real quick.
His production is Dak as a rookie.
Can I just say this though? Again,
you're being dishonest.
Listen,
you're being dishonest, bro.
It's facts.
The Green Bay game
wrong, fam.
Listen, J-Tuck, the Green Bay game is perfect. People will call that a game managing game because he only threw for 157 yards, but he combined for over 300. Part of a game manager is not being able to produce many yards. When Jalen does lack games of throwing, he rushes for an exponential amount of yards. All I'm saying is this: Jalen Hurts don't leave the field without 300 total yards almost every given Sunday. Every given Sunday.
He's not a game manager, bro.
Has 80 yards.
He's not a game manager, bro. These guys wild.
You better hope he did manage the game.
You know who a game manager is? Hold up. You know who a game manager is? Jimmy G. Because when he has 150 yards passing, he has 0 touchdowns, 150 yards. Yep. Listen, Jimmy G will win a game with 150 yards passing, 0 touchdowns. Here's the difference with Jalen Hurts when he has 150 yards and 0 passing touchdowns. He has 3 rushing touchdowns and 150 rushing yards. That's the difference. And he's not a game manager. He's a game manager.
That's not a bad thing, bro. That's not a bad thing. Jimmy G was able to. Jimmy G with that was able to beat the Cowboys and beat the #1 seed last year. The Green Bay Packers. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with being a game manager.
And he's on the level of what Dak was as a rookie.
But he's not a game manager. Give me a game manager. Okay, let me ask him a question. Let me ask everybody a question here. Everybody who thinks he's a game manager, give me a game manager that has a receiver that has 1,200 yards while he has 750 rushing yards, 3,500 passing yards, and 13 rushing touchdowns and 22 passing touchdowns. Give me a game manager that did something like that.
Take AJ Brown off the team. If you take AJ Brown
off the team, he on the team.
That makes no sense.
AJ Brown off the team, you'll beat Chicago.
1,000-yard receivers, y'all call him a game
manager. You take Amari Cooper off the team. Dak is not Dak.
So he
do fussing at me.
Now you working with me. Now you working with me.
Is he a game manager MVP, dog?
Is Dak Prescott a game manager this year? I need a Cowboy. Is Dak Prescott a game manager this year?
I want to ask y'all a question.
QB this year, boy. Dak is QB in this year, big buddy. Dak Prescott
don't even have a 300-yard game. Dak Prescott don't even have a 300-yard game.
Oh my God!
You don't even have a 300-yard game, bro.
Hey,
you don't even have a 300-yard game, bro. Come on, bro. That's a game manager.
But when Dak threw for 4,400 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions last year, y'all didn't want to give him no credit last year, right?
I did. In a year, 19. In a year, 600 BC. In a year, 600 BC.
Manager.
Talking box.
In a year, 600 BC.
Talking box.
Come on, bro.
I gave him credit.
Hey, bro. You keep, bro. Hold on.
You losing it though, bro. Get him back, Joe. Get him back.
No. Let's get something established. Let's get something established.
What are the good Dak Prescott years, Joe?
After you get hold on. Let's get something established, bro. My name is Brunson. Stop calling me talking bucks. I can get 500 cameras there if I want. That's my get my name correct, bro. Am I disrespecting you, calling you something other than your name? Stop playing with me, bro.
Joe, I do whatever I want, my friend. You know what I'm saying? I do whatever I want.
Okay, yeah. You do whatever over these boxes. Over these boxes, you do whatever you want.
Calm down, bro. Let's be cool.
We gotta talk football.
Cowboy fans always bring up the past. See, we fell in their trap. We fell in their trap. We started talking about the past. Don't talk about the past. Talk about now.
Trying to ask a question on their WWE.
And it's not even about being mad. It's about respect, bro. You know my name. You better use it.
Joe.
I'm gonna call you another name.
Call me another name. Do it. Joe.
Hey, take the cell phone out your hand.
Where's Dak Prescott's best years in your mind?
What does that matter?
Put the cell phone down. I was trying to question. Hey, you researched it.
I just don't get why that has to be.
You have to research your own quarterback best years.
What are the years last year?
7-3. We used to be this. I'll give you that. I'll answer your question to see where this goes. 2016, and I'm thinking right before the injury, right? What was that? 2018, whatever. I'm thinking 2 years that come to the top of my head.
All right, Mike.
Now, where does this go? What rabbit hole is this?
Or Mike, your go.
I don't know.
His rookie year is one of them. His rookie year is one of them. And then I would say the year. Well, he was injured a year leading into last year, but that was
18
that was
and
the
19.
year that I saw a lot of potential.
18 and 19 good years.
Yeah, I would say his rookie year and either rookie year and 18.
Just like AJ made a difference for your quarterback. He made a difference.
Come on,
but now it's just real though, bro. Cause see, that's what, bro. I'm peeping that about you. See, you ain't gonna say, bro. I'm talking about you at the top right.
I'm not boss. JC, everybody, I can fix this real quick.
All right,
we can get to the end of this. Joe, we can just go down the panel. We can just say, I want to see what everybody say for both quarterbacks. We ain't got to do stats or nothing. Ask Mike, ask JC. Is Jalen Hurts good or is he trash? And just put it out there so I can get y'all.
Come on, Rome. Come on, Rome.
No. Because you might not get the answers you expect.
That's true.
Everybody keep it funky. Say what you think about the other quarterback. Good or trash. All this stat. We going back and forth about
it can't be in between. You just want to go to that extreme. Either got to be good or trash.
In between too, bro. Let's do it all.
On Twitter, it's good or trash. So
we talking about our quarterbacks or the opposing quarterbacks?
Hey, Joe,
not ready for the game. Start. Hey, y'all can't handle the truth now.
Good game though, Rome. I see what you're doing too.
Hey, Joe, you start.
I see what Rome doing.
Am I talking about my quarterback or your quarterback?
We're talking about both, homie.
Both.
Talking about both.
I feel you, Rome. I see what's good.
Keep it funky.
All right.
Watch this.
We're gonna be calm when we hear something we don't like, right? We're gonna be calm when we hear something we like. All right, so I'll start with Dakota Rain.
Man, call him by his name.
You good?
Boss.
Hey,
I'm
messing with you, Lord. My bad, dog.
All jokes aside, bro. We'll start with Dakota Rain because that is his real name, right? That's his real name.
That's why I did that, bro.
We'll start with Dakota. Look, I think that coming into this year, I felt that and I've said numerous times that he was the best quarterback in this division. I think that now Jalen Hurts is making that conversation a whole lot more fun. Do I think that it's outright Jalen's better than Dak or vice versa? I don't think so anymore. I think that you can realistically make an argument that Jalen Hurts is playing better football right now than Dak Prescott, but you can also make the argument, and I know you guys are going to bring your History Channel guide out, but you can make the argument that the whole body of work for Dak Prescott outweighs the one season that Jalen Hurts is having. So there's a two-folded answer to that. One, I think right now the question is a debate more so than a definite answer like it was last year. But at the same time, I think that you can be on both sides of the fence. And I think if Jalen Hurts goes out there and proves that he can win a playoff game, there's going to be less of an argument for you Cowboys fans. So I don't know if that's a fair. I mean,
I like it, Joe. You did good. Clap it up for Joe.
You ain't saying that about Hurts though. You just went. Nah, Joe kept it funky.
He did. He kept it real. I love.
I can't even say nothing different from that. Like you asked. So your question was if Dak trash or good, or is Hurts trash or good?
And LB, we were on total opposite spectrums of Jalen Hurts.
Good or bad? Just say
starting this year.
We were your opinion on Hurts and your opinion on Dak. Trash or good?
So I think. So I'm gonna start with Hurts. I think Hurts has made like leaps that we have not seen, you know what I mean, in modern NFL. You know what I mean? Leaps of progression that we have not seen. I think Jalen Hurts is good, man. As Boss said, I think he cold. You know what I mean? Now, Dak, I don't think Dak trash. I don't think Dak trash at all. Let me get that out of the way. And if I'm being honest, hold on, listen. If I'm being honest though, I feel like Dak Prescott. I hate the word regress because we was beat down with Carson Wentz. I feel like he's seeing things different. I'm used to the year that y'all be talking about. I'm used to Dak airing it out, bro.
Yeah.
When I think of Dak and the Cowboys offense, as if, you know what I mean, last couple years, Dak had that ball in the air, bro. Dak had a swagger with him. He had a swag, right? Okay, the weapons was there. You're right. The weapons were there, but the swag just ain't there right now for Dak. And I think Dak, it's something off with Dak right now. I'm not going to say he trash. If he do this again next year, then we got to start having real conversations in regression, bro.
I respect that.
Wait. Man, I can't wait.
Who gonna go next?
I'll go. Let's tell you right now. I think Jalen Hurts is absolutely great. I think he's still got to prove what he can do in the playoffs, right? We got to see what he's going to do in the playoffs, and he's got to be consistent. He's got to do it more than 1 year. But the jump he's made is obvious. As far as Dak goes, I think Dak's a good quarterback. He's a good regular season quarterback. He's 7 years in, and he has one playoff win. So he's yet to prove to me that he can win a big game. He's got to go out and win a big game. That's the key for Dak. He's had good seasons, but he hasn't won a playoff game. One playoff game. That's how I see it.
I respect it. Who next?
Mike.
Well, I go, man. I don't want to have no. Okay.
I go. Look. I'll keep it real. I go because look. Jalen Hurts is having a phenomenal year. I'm gonna just keep it real. I troll y'all because y'all be trolling me. It is what it is. But it is what it is.
That's real.
At the end of the day, I never had hate for Hurts. Last year when we used to do our round tables, I said that Hurts was great. I told Mike in the round table, I said I like his leadership. I said he reminds me of Dak, and Mike remembers that.
He did.
I said he reminds me of Dak because he's a hard worker. He a leader, and I like that about him. This year, he's played phenomenal ball. Great passing, great running, everything. So I don't really got genuine hate for Jalen Hurts, and I've literally said that on video and on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I know how to get under y'all skin, so I'm gonna do it. But at the end of the day,
Twitter different. Twitter a little different.
Twitter it is what it is. We're gonna talk our trash. It is, but on video, I've said I respect Jalen Hurts. That's why I wanted to play this week because I want to get to it for real. But at the end of the day, I ain't got no hate for him. I'm glad y'all got a good quarterback, iron sharp as iron, all that good stuff. But for Dak Prescott, at the end of the day, I feel like this is one of his best years because he don't have the weapons.
Right.
And I'm seeing him still make excellent passes.
Right.
Just because he hit Noah Brown in the chest and he's not good enough to catch it, don't mean that I ain't watch him just throw it dead between his numbers.
Right.
He threw it low though. That interception.
No, he didn't throw it. No, you need to go watch that video.
No, he threw it low.
I can see you the slow-mo video, Philly. It's all good.
It looked low to me.
Hold on. I'm gonna finish.
My
I'll let y'all go,
bro.
JC, you gonna get to go.
Let him go. Let him finish.
JC gonna get to go. My point is this, and because y'all, I wanted y'all honest opinion. My honest opinion. I've seen Dak put up excellent numbers with excellent teams and all that extra stuff. But I remember in the summer when all of y'all was clowning, Yo, the Cowboys let half their team go. They not gonna win 3 games.
Who said?
Oh no, I was there, JC. You can front. I was there with Mike. I did roundtables in the summer. I did roundtables in the summer when y'all was like, yo, y'all might be last in this division. LB know what I'm talking about.
I had y'all second.
I had you
sitting here at
third.
10 wins. To be sitting here at 10 wins, I just want some
I had you
respect.
third.
I just want some respect.
I had you third.
I had y'all second and we
wins.
split. That was my set. I said I had y'all second and because we do the round tables together too, but I had y'all second and I said we were gonna split.
But Mike, before the season, you didn't hear a whole bunch of people saying the Cowboys might finish 4th.
Well, I know 500 had y'all third.
Remember,
I ain't never heard that.
Y'all lost Randy Gregory.
Is it
y'all lost Lyle Collins?
Yeah, they was wrong.
It was
the panel. Is anybody on the panel though?
It don't matter. That's not my point.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
I got the fourth. You gotta win. You gotta hold it down. At the end of the day, my point is, I let y'all get y'all point off. You can say whatever you want about Dak. You can say he's straight trash. I want to know because when we going back and forth, when we talking on Twitter, sometimes the truth gets blurred. So I wanted to get y'all on video saying what you really think. And I respect y'all for keeping it 100. At the end of the day, like I said, I think Jalen Hurts is playing phenomenal ball. I'm actually feel like it's whack that he got hurt because I don't want to mess his bag up. You know what I'm saying? And that's me being 100. I don't got no problem with him balling. Because if he balls so good that we can't beat him, then that just means we got to get our team together if you want to keep it funky. But at the end of the day, I just think it's funny that sometimes y'all act like Dak don't even need to put on cleats. He need to just stay at home. Y'all be tripping. Like he not the way y'all be acting, y'all be like, yo, Dak can't even throw 3 yards. He retarded. Like y'all be tripping.
They be tripping, bro.
Did not show him no respect.
None.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What about Cowboys fans? A lot of you guys don't show him respect. You guys were talking about trading him and starting Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush.
Philly 500. You are
to be
right.
fair to all of that,
Philly, and you right.
And that's a damn shame that you're right
against
too.
ourselves. We do fight against ourselves.
Can I say something real quick to Philly 500, Rome, real quick? Just real quick.
Next.
I want to say something to what Philly said. That's real cool. See, Philly 500 super right on that, which shows that we also have some dysfunction in our fan base. I saw somebody in the chat say, "Hey, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, but Dak is trash." See, bro, this is why I don't like some of you Cowboy fans, bro. I'm gonna be all the way honest. Some of y'all make me sick, bro, because you gotta know the week to do that bullshit. Do you understand, bro? Bro, you gotta know the week, bro. This is Philly week. I don't care if you even believe that. This ain't the week for that, homeboy. Let me get back. I know, bro, and that's where Philly 500. And listen, bro, our enemy noticed that, you fool. Like, listen, we got people that's on the other side that's over there like y'all divided. We are a nut, bro. And I'm gonna just say it straight up. And I'm talking to all the clowns that be hating on Dak. That's Cowboy fans. Now, if you got some opinions about Dak, that's legit. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm talking about them people that just went into this chat that literally said he trash caught while we fighting Philly, bro. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Some of y'all.
We do though.
Am I next? Am I next?
30% of y'all.
Am I next?
Yeah.
Boss.
Between Jalen.
They say you can go at the boss. Let boss just go ahead and finish up.
I'm gonna finish up real quick. So Jalen, this is the honest, and I ain't got to be honest about Jalen because I've always had the same opinion about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is one of the most classiest people that you could have as a leader. Like, I always loved the fact that how he handled Alabama with Tua. That alone, I was like, that dude is a man. Like, because how many people can watch themselves get their job took, but still root on the guy, take it on the chin like a man, go to a whole nother place and say, I'm going to just get better. And that's what he did. And he got cheated when he was drafted. He got cheated when he was drafted, big dog. He had the same numbers as Baker Mayfield. He had the same numbers as Murray. The exact same numbers. But winning the second round, that was BS, bro. Y'all got to steal. And he had to play with the pressure of having Wentz behind him, which I know is not easy because Dak had to do it with Romo. That's never easy to have a franchise quarterback behind you. And he handled it.
Mentally stronger than Wentz, though.
He mentally strong, bro. Like him and Dak, they are a lot the same, bro. Like, so when you hear us talk, sometimes it's my honest opinion. It ain't even hating on him, bro. When I say he a game manager, I'm not hating, bro. It depends on how you define game managers, what we have to get down to. That's what it really get, because trust me, I'm not insulting the danger that he is. So then when I look at Dak, because we're talking about both of those guys. I see the same type of guy, a leader of men. I see a guy that's extremely intelligent. His intelligence don't even get highlighted enough because he running the most complicated system in the NFL, having multiple receivers run multiple option routes. Even me and homie Lord Brunson was like, God damn. Like Lord Brunson came on my show, was like, hold on, boss, what? And I was like, yeah, big dog. So it shows you his cerebral side is also underrated. So when we looking at Dak versus Hurts, I'm gonna just be all the way honest, Philly 500, bro. It don't mean nothing if either one of them quarterbacks lose in the playoffs, because guess what? Both of them could end up playing good and still lose. So I'm not blaming no losses on quarterbacks as long as they do their job. That's my honest analysis on both.
But when you're playing, when you're 7 years in, you got to find a way to win more than one playoff.
Hallelujah.
Nah, ain't no find a way, bro. That's fairy tale. What you just said. You can't find
no,
way,
no,
bro.
it's not.
You can't find a way to make Bill Brown catch that ball.
It took Peyton Manning 9 years.
Yep.
9 years.
With one playoff
Peyton
game?
Manning 9 years with Marvin Harris, with Reggie Wayne, with Edgerrin James,
but
with
we're talking
Marshall
about
Faulk.
one playoff. Listen, Dak has lost 2 playoff games at home.
No, he ain't. His
At
team
home.
lost, big dog. Say it right, big dog. Come on, that's. When you talking like, bro, you not really.
Hey, Manning, but
not what you
but
saying,
you
bro.
know
But that's
that
kind of like the four-letter networks talk like that, bro.
Quarterbacks.
I know they get the blame, but do you do blame content, bro? Come on, bro. We can't do blame content, bro. Like, we shouldn't do blame content, bro.
Wait, let me answer the previous question. Don't answer another question until I answer the previous. Hold on. Hey, Joe, I didn't answer that question first, Joe.
I really don't get the mindset of how you can sit here and say it's a team sport, and then in the same breath bring up 7 and 3 versus
y'all ain't being fair. Y'all better let JC go, bro.
Different team.
Watch this, Joe. Joe, when I do that, I'm talking shit, Joe. Let me be all the way honest with you. When we talking real football, because I can feel the vibe. This vibe that Rome just said is I'm definitely trolling, big dog. Of course.
Okay, well, get off the damn mic.
No, hold on, big dog. No, you listen, big dog. When I'm trolling, since you trying to get like that, I start back swinging, big dog.
I'm not going to troll. I'm going to tell you
don't act like you always 100 all the time, bro. When shit start talking, you talk it back, bro.
Okay, but
I mean, if that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I ain't got to do it like you, big dog. Like, I can do it how I want to do it, big dog. Listen, bro. If y'all gonna talk that crap, I'm gonna talk that crap. But yeah, I'm from Dallas. I'm a city boy myself, big dog. I'm all the way pure homeboy. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, dog, if we going back and forth, and I listen,
we're not going back and forth,
bro. I always hold on right now. Okay, listen, check this out, bro. I always say this, bro. I run this game like how y'all run the game. If y'all want to troll, bro, I troll. Hey, man, what you mean, mute? Ain't nobody
who trolled though. Like he's been dying for his turn for like a hot minute.
Let JC talk.
Can I say something real quick? Before JC go, man?
What you mean?
I want
like I'm supposed to be friendly when y'all being friendly, man. You crazy.
I want to apologize to LB, man. That was my bad, bro. I should have did that, man.
No, I owe you an apology as well. I should never be screaming like that and shit like that.
That's men's
stuff. I apologize to you, bro.
That's men's stuff right there. OGs right there. Real talk.
Tuck my guys, so it ain't even that like that.
I love it, bro. That's beautiful.
We too similar, man. So it's like,
yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
That's grown man.
Bro, can y'all let JC talk? This is like that, bro.
JC been wanting to talk.
He done put on
Y'all about to let JC about to put on
JC, you better take advantage of this, bro, because we got it all.
First of all, look, Russell. Wait.
I'm dead.
You gotta take that mask off.
JC, you better take advantage of this talk, man.
I can't.
No. All right, look. Hey, first of all, look. Hey, matter of fact, bump that. Look. Hey, first of all, yes, y'all talking about Dak Prescott, all this 7 years in. I got it. Russell Wilson, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. What's the difference between them and Dak Prescott? 2 years in, they all find their way past the first round. Super Bowl type. So we cannot compare, Dak Prescott to a lot of these quarterbacks, regardless about the defense, offense. It doesn't matter. Those guys find their way past the first round.
Put that mask back on.
Those guys have
Put that mask back
Wait,
on.
what?
Jason
Put
Garrett,
the
come on,
mask
keep
back
going.
on, man.
Hey, listen.
No.
Rome said no matter how y'all feel, you let him finish.
Yo, say
Let's see how he finished it.
Put the mask on, man.
JC say trash.
Like for real. No. I
Don't do all that. Say trash.
It's all good. It's all good. No. Like for real though. Like those guys cannot compare to Dak Prescott. And I hate when say Dak Prescott dominated the East. He never stopped Philly from getting into the playoffs, from winning a Super Bowl. What the hell 7-3 gotta do if you can't stop and do shit with it? You can't do nothing with it. We won a Super Bowl. This is gonna be our 5th out of 6th year. That Prescott been in the NFC East for 7 years, and still Philly find a way to get in there, right? So what are we talking about Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts? And Jalen Hurts was about to accomplish something that Dak Prescott would never. Front runner for MVP. I ain't never heard, Dak Prescott is number 2 or number 1 MVP. Here's the reason why. I'm not done, Rome. Chill back. Hold on.
I'm not done.
I'm not done. I'm not done. You know what I mean? Hey,
let that man go, bro. I can't protect you.
Wait. Look. Y'all bump that.
What are we doing?
I don't know where we just went, man. I really don't know.
I got a new camera.
For real though.
I got a new mask too, and my camera acting crazy.
Wait, I got 2 more points, right?
Yo, I got the fire joint. Y'all
tripping. So, shoot, what I'm saying, man. Yo, Dak Prescott, look.
Got me a mask, damn it.
Great. Yeah. Yo, look. I like that Prescott. He's a brother, man.
That don't sound like you do, bro. All in here, brother. No, don't say that. No, you trying to the race car.
You see some of my heart now, right?
Keep it, dog.
The same guy that was like,
you can give me 45 minutes to see some of my heart.
I know, he a brother, though.
No.
See, but he one of us.
I had to start.
Out of here.
You can't end on a
He one of us.
Hey, you can't end on a low note. You know what I mean? Hey, you're Cowboys. Hey, you got it, lift your up as I end this thing, right? Yo,
let Law go.
Wait. Number 1, he's a brother. But number 2, right? Number 2, he's an
Law cracking up down there, yo.
He's an underdog, right? The Philly mentality is underdogs. We love going for the underdogs. Dak Prescott was
bro. Y'all 13-1. Y'all ain't no underdog. Shut up.
Right. No, see, the problem is, you're not listening to me. You don't want to speak without listening. I said I like Dak Prescott because he's an underdog. Because us Philly guys, we know what an underdog is. The blue collar, hardworking. You fight your way through the top, and that's what Dak Prescott did when Tony Romo, was in the picture. So look, I have no beef against Dak Prescott. Mm-hmm. I just hate the Dallas Cowboys. That's the only reason why I can't stand your whole fan base, your whole players. But the free agents though, come on over to Philly. It's all good.
Ain't that some BS, boy? This boy right here.
But boss,
yo,
you can't say winning in the playoffs don't matter. Like, come on, you want to know why Derek Carr? Well, no, you said it don't matter if they lost. It don't matter if they lose because it don't matter if they lose if it's not because of them. Dak's been on the hook for a while, man. He's been on the hook for a while, man. He's been on the hook for a while. This is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is going to consecutive playoff games, consecutive times going to the playoffs.
How many times he win, bro? How many times he win?
This Dak first time doing this though. This is Dak first time going to the playoffs back to back. You know what I mean? You got to start looking at Dak like he Derek Carr at some point.
No.
He can throw the ball. He good.
I mean, it depends.
Let me just get mine out. I'm gonna be quick.
But now he called my name, Big Mike. Let me address him real quick, Philly. I'm gonna be quick, bro.
You got
it.
Go
ahead, Philly.
Always calling your name.
All I do is speak on what you say.
He said my name, though. I should be able to respond to that.
All right.
Hourglass. Let's go. Bang. We turned it. Let's get it. Go ahead. You can respond to that.
Okay, just real quick. Yeah, Lord, like, bro, it's just a difference in philosophy, bro. I'm not going to disrespect you and Philly 500 thinking on that, bro. I just totally disagree with it because I don't do blame, bro. I hate blame. I don't care who it is, bro. That's why me and you actually went back and forth on the real cause of the interceptions because it's too many even Cowboy fans that do blame. So on my channel,
what I really try to specialize in, and I even got a term for it, it's called measured Kool-Aid, right? So I try to be real accurate as much as possible on everything I say. So Dak played good versus Green Bay. Dak in his first playoff game led them on a game-winning drive, but hey, he couldn't stop him. He don't play defense, big dog. I'm sorry. They won by a field goal because the defense ain't stopping. We go blame him for that. Then he beat Seattle. You know, he beat Seattle, so he get his dub. Then he go up to he play the
Rams, right? The Rams.
And burn their ass up. He got a much better passing rating than his opponent. He don't play D. They put like 200
and some yards on you on that one. That was your defense on that one.
Yeah, that's our defense on that one. Then you go to the
Niners, though.
The Niners, I say, was a bad game, big dog. That's keeping it 100. That's a game that I'd be like, that was on Dak. That's why I'm saying, if I'm being not even on Dak, but not a good game by Dak. That's why I say, bro, I got to look at how they perform in that game. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many people felt sorry for Josh Allen. Remember Josh Allen balled out against Mahomes and Kansas City, and what people say?
Yeah.
Didn't he ball out? Right.
13 seconds.
But what if people say, he can't win the big one? I can't blame him for that, dog. He did his job. So I'm going to look at every one of the games with Hurts and Dak based on how they play, and I'm not going to do the blame.
Again, and so earlier, Dak, like I said, when the Dez called it talk, Dak did his job. You just unfortunately lost. I love it though. And then of course you beat Seattle. That was a big win against Russell Wilson. And I will not lie, the Rams just was it CJ
that's a bad day for
me. My man was like 250. He wasn't even in game shape running through y'all. But look, at the end of the day,
800 pounds.
Look, I came into the season with LB. I had Jalen Hurts. Me and LB had Jalen Hurts 17th. We had Dak Prescott 11. The previous year coming in, I had Dak Prescott at 8 or 9. I can't exactly remember, but it's on camera. I said he was the better quarterback. My goal was to make it a conversation, a real conversation. Who's the better quarterback? And I think that has been the case. And if we're going off a one year sample size, I think that Jalen Hurts has been better. But Dak has always been good. I think that, again, game manager to me is a guy who really can't get them 300-yard passings or can't be productive. And although Dak has took a game manager role this season because of the two-headed monster back there and Pollard and Zeke, and I said it's the CFT since I met him, which is going on maybe 2.5 years. I said, no, if the Cowboys start running the ball, yes, fans are going to think that Dak is trash because that's what it is. Dak had 4,500 yards now, and if he doesn't have that every year, he's trash. But the thing is, I always said the Cowboys' recipe of being more balanced would be detrimental to their opponent.
Balance is the key.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah.
And so I never wanted y'all to get there, and I've been telling it for 2 years. And so I said last year was my thing is stats didn't attribute to all wins in the playoffs. And CFT's holding that over my head too. We're 13-1. However you want to talk about our schedule. Again, we end up losing the divisional round. I look at this season differently, just how I look at y'all's season differently after the loss in San Fran. But I do think Dak, again, he went from my top 10 to my top 11. Jalen Hurts is inside my top 10 for show this year. And I got to see that continue because we have seen guys tail off, whether it's due to injury, whether it's due to lack of weapons around them, this, that, and the third. But all that being said, right now, again, if Dak was my 11th coming into the season, I don't watch him as close as y'all, so I'm not going to fully dissect his nice throws. I'm just saying on paper, the average person is going to say, the man, look at the stats. But I do think he's game managing in a good way, and he got the ability to carve you up in a quarter, where a game manager is never going to take that risk, never going to do that. And that's why I think my definition of game manager is I think Jimmy G's the perfect version of it because he will get that 200. He barely gets 300, but he might have that 275 with a good passer rating. But his average is 200. He'll get a lot of under 200. And when Jalen gets under 200, as long as he's combining for 300 total yards, I can't call a game manager a guy who's that electric in its totality of the game football. So that's my take on that.
A game manager can't do what Dak did in Houston. It is what it is.
Let me ask you a question.
And Dak has the ability. With
There's
CD
nothing
Lamb,
wrong with
who
a
I
game
think,
manager. Shit.
who I think is the second best receiver in the East. CD Lamb is a great player, second best in the East. You know what I mean?
Third.
Second best.
Fourth,
Yeah,
maybe
well,
fifth.
But that's my take. That's my take.
Let me
And
chime
right
in on
now,
this real quick.
I don't know exactly where I would have Dak, but again, I do think he's definitely upper echelons. I'll never put him behind 15. I don't know where I have him this year to sit here and think, but I did have him 11 coming in.
14.
And
Oh my God, bro.
And
I respect
here's the
your
thing,
opinion, Mike.
before I go in on it,
opinion.
man, I feel like exactly what Boss said, right? I feel like sometimes football fans let labels get to them, right?
Right.
Game manager, gunslinger, you know, these types of things, right?
Yeah,
Because they only place it on a certain type of quarterback, and that's a whole nother conversation. But you know, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, y'all know me, I was as vocal as anybody. I mean, I got the tweets on draft day the moment y'all drafted him. And I remember our very first roundtable we did when we was just young bucks, man. I saw Joe yesterday. He had the bare face, man. He had his sleeves out. But I was saying my biggest concern as a Cowboys fan is that you guys move on from Carson Wentz and go on to Jalen Hurts. And then that's when you know, the roundtable go, oh, yeah, rah, 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 right? But I always felt like Jalen Hurts just had more leadership, and it's a type of person that you can rally around, which can really captivate the locker room, which he's done. So, you know, I'm not going to, I tweeted this, I'm not going to be one of those Cowboys fans who just slander Jalen Hurts just because of the jersey he wears. It just doesn't mean that much to me, right? But when I look at them, I see a lot of similarities in Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. They both were great at battling adversity. When you count them out, that's when they typically rise. But I feel like, you know, it comes to like your offensive coordinator, but also your game manager, Patullo. Like, you know, people forget, like when he was back in the Jets in 2015, like how he boosted Fitzpatrick. Like, so he's excelled a lot of quarterbacks. You go back to what he did on your offensive coordinator, Steichen, did when he was at the Chargers, right? He was with Justin Herbert. So I think the Eagles did a good job of putting the proper people and the proper pieces in place for Jalen Hurts to grow. Like, that's what you're supposed to do when you have a quarterback on a cheap contract, right? You're supposed to load the gun and really see what you have. Now, to answer Boss's question about Cowboys fans slandering Dak, Eagles fans do the same, right? But right now it's easy because 13-1, everything's flying high.
Doing it for 30 years, though.
But let's see how the fan base responds. Where, all right, boom, here comes the big money. Because what I've been trying to tell people, people forget that Jalen Hurts has an all-female agency. They're going to want to break the bank. There's not going to be no friend family deals. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I want to see. How does Philly reciprocate Jalen Hurts? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no talk.
And that's when the pressure really adds on. The same thing for Dak Prescott. That's when the hate really amounted once he got that payday. And Dak arrives to the occasion. Like I said, 4,400 yards, 37 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions. He was only 4 interceptions higher, I believe, than Aaron Rodgers last year. He had a better QBR and threw for more yardage. You know what I'm saying? With one less game. So if that was on case, he would have been JC, put the mask on, let me talk.
Hey, all right. I'm over here.
Press the button, man. Let's talk. So I'm saying, like, when it comes to it, Jalen Hurts is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. The Eagles put him in the position to thrive. But the best thing that the Eagles did, I would say, is they had an insurance policy. Because if he flamed out this year, boom, y'all had the draft picks to use to leverage.
Was in his bag.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm not going to sit here and criticize Jalen Hurts. I think both are talented quarterbacks. I would put both of them in my top 10, honestly. Like, it just is what it is. Now, Cowboys fans might start booing me, but it just is what it is. They got the second talented quarterback in the NFC. But then Joe says, don't bring up the history.
You try to slip that in there real quick?
That's a good slip, man. Slip it in there, man.
He said we got the second best.
This is why I'm transitioning, right? You know what I'm saying?
You got to still update that resume.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So, because it's all about your resume, bro. You've seen it. We went through what you guys saw with Carson Wentz. It's like, boom, Pennsylvania, MVP, you know what I'm saying, all pro. And then he fell off and he can't even get a starting job in the NFL, right? So can you produce at a high level on a consistent basis? What I'm saying, I've seen it from Dak Prescott. Right. I think Jalen Hurts can do it, but there's still a lot of football left. He's only 3 years in right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not going to say he's better this and this right. You say right now, today, as a December 20th, who's playing better, I might give the nod to Jalen Hurts, like rightfully so. I mean, you're 13-1. He's been healthy all year. That is what it is, right? But you look at the whole body of work, there's still a lot that Jalen Hurts has to do to amount to the pressure and the responsibility that Dak takes on day to day in Dallas.
Yeah.
Correct.
Y'all
And
pay
you
him.
can't judge
Yeah,
it. You
he
can't,
Loved it.
you can't judge it in a sense because you can't get knocked for what you weren't able to do yet. Like,
73 years. Yeah.
you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So like
I
for
respect
the
that,
people
Mike.
who say that, you can't knock him for something, you're talking about 2 years starting. Oh, but he doesn't got a playoff win. And I'm not saying you guys, but like I said, no, his body of work is the book is open.
Yeah,
He's still
you can't
building
give him
his
all
resume.
the flowers. Yeah,
He's
I'll
still
give you that.
building
But
his
you can't
resume.
knock him for
So
not
who
being able.
turn is it now? Is it my turn or
Law, you
Yeah,
are.
hey,
It's
Law.
definitely
People
Law's
been
turn.
waiting for you to speak, Law. People been waiting for Law to speak. Go ahead, Law.
I'm
Take
gonna
your
be
time,
start
too, Law.
sounding
Take your
like
time.
Shady McCoy. I'm gonna have to go to Grayson Corner over here, man.
Leave
Here's the
Shady
thing.
alone. Leave Shady alone. I love it. I love it.
Man, and the chat been
Y'all
waiting
give
on you,
that
Law.
man
Take
a
your
book
time.
over there,
Go
a
ahead,
literature
Law.
book, man. But shout out to Shady McCoy. But I had to throw some shade at him, though. But here's the thing. I really like Jalen Hurts. Coming out of college, I thought that he was a guy that had to develop, and you put pieces around him, you got a leader, right?
Yep.
And we look at all of those things, and he's phenomenal this season. Phenomenal. 13-1. I can't discount, double check that. What, he only had 5 interceptions, multiple touchdowns, over 20 touchdowns. Y'all got the stats right in front of you.
22.
And 22, and how many rushing? We don't want to leave no
35 total.
change.
35 total. Don't.
Yeah, look, I
rush,
don't want to
I
leave no
love it.
change on the
13,
table. There you go.
13
Get all of the
touchdowns.
change.
Most of them by QB sneak.
Scrape them in. So with that
13
being
rushes,
said,
dog.
there are things that you got to look at. How would he look after coming off of an injury, right? Those are things we don't know. That's still the unknown, right?
Right.
Because that's another thing.
Simply because you don't have evidence
See?
that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
So when we gonna look at how he played when he gets some money in his pockets, we're gonna have to see that. So those are other things. And I look at it like this. Come on, y'all, let's be real. AJ Brown, man, was a shining star for him. I'm
been a
kind of a
beast
little
this year.
jealous. Y'all got 2 solid wide receivers. I love Devontae Smith coming out of college too. I don't have no shade at that, brother. So what we're playing with over here in Cowboys land, we got a strong book and a couple of maybes. My guy Gallup, before this season kicked off, before the injury, did you guys know AJ Brown, and there's no shade, AJ Brown's stats collectively were more closer to Michael Gallup than what we seen out of Amari Cooper. But that's a story of another day. AJ Brown in this system with this quarterback, Jalen Hurts, he go look at the stats.
Not
With
saying Jalen Hurts is that dog. Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts is
they
helping.
elevated things because what this allowed was all of the attention, not just on AJ Brown, all of the attention, not just on Devontae Smith. They can play the two. And shout out to Dallas Goedert when he was healthy. That's why these last 3 games, I heard that he's going to come back and play. So make sure he get in rhythm and everything. So I look at it like this: you guys got a solid team. Miles Sanders as well as Kenneth Gainwell. He's been doing a great job. 2 combinations, and even got a guy, Boston Scott. He's no one to sneeze at, by the way.
Top 5 running back. Top 5 running back.
Yeah. So I'm looking at all of those, and when I'm saying it, y'all feeling good. That's weapons, baby. That's weapons for Jalen Hurts. So all he have to do is hear me out. Don't shank me with the butter knife, Cowboy Nation, and some of the Eagles fans that's over here. All he got to do is just manage it. CJC.
Yep, just manage.
All he got to do is just manage it. And
that's very easier said than done. I want that to manage it.
Hold on. Let somebody respond. Let one person respond, and like it just goes into full like.
It's you.
All I want to ask
You still talking law? You ain't done law.
But I just want to ask you to your point that you just asked. You just brought up all our weapons and said he's a game manager. So can you say the same thing about Dak Prescott when he had 3 1,000-yard wide receivers? He had a 1,000-yard running back. Can you then say the same thing about that season with Dak Prescott?
Here's where I got to say this. We over here in Cowboys land, we got 2 things. We don't never have 2 things that match: peanut butter, no jelly. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, when our offense is rolling, our defense is shame. When our defense is rolling, our offense is shame. So what happened for your Eagles? Y'all did a wonderful job out of the acquisition of Bradbury. Y'all did a wonderful job with Reddick. Hassan Reddick, the dude is a monster over there. I got to give you that. I got to give you that. And
as LB would say,
they got Jordan Davis and everybody else.
What's his name? Go ahead, Mike. Tell him what I said, Mike. How we nice?
Go ahead. So,
like
when I look back at that Chicago game, I look at field positioning and things like that. Just when Chicago started to roll a little bit, bam! Your defense step up with a sack. Your defense step up with a fumble. Those are things that you guys need with your quarterback to help alleviate some of the pressure. Just when he can't do it, the defense step up. And I'm not taking this away from my Cowboys. We got political Cowboy talk left and right. There's a third of the Cowboy fans still want Cooper Rush.
That is true, Joe.
They still exist.
And let the man talk, Joe. Let the man talk, Joe.
You see, the difference is with Dak Prescott, there's a levels of expectations. Y'all best quarterback in your history, Ron Jaworski, Cunningham, McNabb. Those are your best. Those are your legacy. But we got Roger Staubach. You know what I'm saying?
Better.
Danny White probably be better than any quarterback that you guys have.
We
got to live through the legacy of Troy Aikman. You got to live through the legacy and the lexicon of what we've seen out of Tony Romo.
Somebody cut Long Mike. Long track killer style.
What Law's trying to say is the Eagles are going to win Saturday. That's what he's trying to say.
You got so many clips.
Y'all remember Ron Jaworski?
But Law, you got so many clips pre-recorded. You don't even have to be here to do the show with all the history, because you get the same history book out, right? You go to the same chapter, the same verse. You could just hit that button and it'd be Law spitting the whole thing again.
No, it's just in my head. But since Jerry Jones bought this team in 1989, the Eagles been the most consistent team against us. You guys are 33-33, actually 33-34 against us. That's the all-time record. It's just in my head. I just know the win-loss ratio. I do know that the Eagles, you guys are our most competitive rivalry amongst all of the teams.
They not
out of
a rivalry.
Washington, out of the Giants. But somehow I get a lot of Eagles fans in my chat, in my community, and they all over here, Philadelphia. I'm awake. Are you? I get a whole bunch of people. Not a guy by the name
not a
of
rivalry,
Uncle Drew. It's everybody. I got a lot of Eagle fans that's always in my chat, in my feed. They are like my second and third cousin twice removed. So I get it. So when I talk my Cowboys content talk, I know I'm entertaining most of the Eagles fans. I do hit them with this right here, because I know
don't hit no button, Law. What button you about to hit?
Hit him with it, Law. Hit him with it. I got button.
Law, press the button.
Hit him, Law.
Press the button, Law.
Hey, Joe.
Yes,
let me throw a question at y'all, man. So what do y'all think, no hating, keep it 100, that a lot of the odds makers got us favored? And why do y'all think that's the case? That's also been the case before Jalen Hurts shoulder too. So I really want to get y'all take.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It swung. Hold on. It swung from 1 to 6.
Yeah,
when Jalen Hurts' shoulder got injured, it swung more.
We was favored before that.
By 1 point.
But I'm just saying, like, why do y'all think that is? Like, what's going on with that?
Usually don't you get 3 points if you're at home? Isn't it usually if it's a
also ESPN said that we had a much better odds than making Super Bowl than y'all. Why y'all think? Why do y'all think?
I thought y'all listened to them 4-letter networks. I thought y'all listened
It's a difference between listening to opinions and doubt. It's different between opinions and doubt.
I saw it from your interview, LB. That's how I saw it. So
I think. Oh, go ahead. You can go 500.
No, I was just gonna say it's simple to me. The Cowboys are always overhyped. They're always overhyped on national TV. Just because of the Cowboys, they're always going to get that favoritism. It's always been like that. As long as I can remember.
I think you guys were the favorites. I think you guys were the favorites because y'all lost. I think y'all are the favorites because y'all lost, and they probably thought we was going to sit people regardless because it don't mean that much anymore. You know what I mean? I think that they're expecting us to like not have the same amount of urgency.
It opened up at 1 before the Jags lost. And so when you look at 1 point, and it being the team that's the home team, that's dang near a pick 'em. If not, it is what it is.
So Mike, basically, they assume
that Mike is a gambler.
Right, and Mike is a gambler.
And Mike gambles.
So basically,
so Mike, he knows better than I would know.
So Mike, basically, you saying that's a toss-up game.
That's what they were coming and
That's
say prior to the
disrespectful,
Jags. Now listen,
And that's how I see us. I mean, see, that's just keeping it real, bro.
But
Like,
it wasn't technically
this year.
3 points.
It's been years that I came out and I was
so
like,
the
yeah,
extra
we finna-
2 they gave us. That's all I'm saying.
well, look, I would just say this though. I would have loved to see where the line went if Hurts didn't get hurt and you guys lost to the Jags.
Right.
Where would the line have went? And if it would
was
have
at
favored
1.
even 1.5 or 2 on our side, being the road team,
It
that
was
would have
at
made
1.
me feel or let me know what's going on. I guess heavy money betting one way can always sway it there too, but a point or 2 is still big. Now,
It's Hurts really hurt. What was his MRI?
He hurt. He hurt, bro.
It was
Don't
negative.
worry
It was
about
a
us
sprain.
over here. Don't worry about us over here,
He said
Law.
he's
He
playing.
hurt.
He said he's playing.
He's hurt, fam.
It's Tuesday.
He said he might play. He might play.
He
definitely want to play.
Hey, he's
He's
out.
not
He's out.
Hold up. Did they
Dak
say
will
Dak?
play.
Dak was? Hey, was there reports coming out that Dak was going to play? Was he really
He
hurt?
was in 2019.
What difference is?
Dak just needed to put in his own
Oregon
He
feet.
was scared.
Maybe Jalen Hurts is going to hand pick his next opponent.
He wasn't clear.
2019,
Always the path.
Dak
Always
didn't
the
practice at all that week because he had that shoulder. And on top of that, yes, that game was still close a little bit than you guys pulled off. But Dak Prescott didn't practice all that week. That was
Hold on.
reports.
You talking about your wide receiver crew? Hold on. History man. You're talking about having CeeDee Lamb in a drop off. Our number 1 just came off the streets, bro. We were using a tight end as a receiver. If we're
Travis Fulgham.
We talking about, that was a Fulgham game. That was the Walmart. I call y'all the wide receiver. Walmart All-Star game.
Y'all won that game.
Wait, that year, though. But no. That year, Carson Wentz set the NFL record for NFL quarterback throwing for over 4,000 yards with nobody over 500.
Which is bad, bro.
That year,
That's not good, bro.
Great.
That's actually not good.
No, but it goes to show you.
That's not good.
We would have loved to see CeeDee Lamb at that point. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that game when yes, you could say Dak was a little banged up.
Somebody over 500. That's not a flex.
Philly Mike, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this right now. Let me ask Philly Mike and JC. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Please just listen to me on this one. Linda, listen.
Yeah, I try.
Would Hurts have the same season right now with Jalen Reagor and Devontae Smith?
Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott.
Would he be 13-1 right now?
This is a false narrative. No, bro.
That's so unfair though, because that ain't what he got.
Jalen
We don't know.
first round draft pick. He's a first round draft pick.
BS.
But we know he a bust though, Law. We know he a bust, Law. We know he a bust. He a bust, Law.
Y'all messed up.
And Law know exactly what he's doing.
Know
he's laughing with his pearly whites and shit. Yo, hey, he already know that Prescott. Yo, hey, that Prescott would not have the same season without Amari Cooper. So exactly,
and that's evident.
Look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a bomb right now. With that Devontae Adams. No, I mean you need help. You do
all quarterbacks need help.
Okay, but look.
But the
It
problem
took
is
us
this.
2 hours to get to this point.
No, but listen.
Now you gave your analysis. Let me let Philly Mike. Let me hear your.
I wasn't finished though. But go ahead.
Law strategist. I know what you're doing, Law.
Listen, AJ Brown's definitely makes a difference, big time. I'm not saying what we would have been, but what I would say this though: the work that Hurts put in, because the deep ball is big time different. The complete. Listen to this. The deep ball is big time different against the blitz is big time difference. The completion percentage, big time difference. So we would have been better, not probably number 1 in the NFL. All that being said, you're trying. Listen, the stuff you're saying for Dak Prescott, and I don't care about Wentz anymore. Best believe that. But what I'm saying is, when we were saying, can Wentz get a guy? Y'all were like, it's not our fault. When you guys had the 3 wide receivers over there, and we ain't have nobody, it wasn't y'all fault. So let me tell you this. Yeah. What I'm saying is, what you have now, Noah Brown would have still been our best receiver for like the last 3 years. CeeDee Lamb would have damn sure been our best receiver. No, not Devontae Smith year. I'm talking in 18 and 19 or 19 and 20. Yeah. Noah Brown would have been there's a reason. And now listen, shout out to Greg Board Jr. He's a scrappy old guy,
Yeah,
right?
he's
He's a
84. I can't
scrappy
never
old guy.
forget that.
I love him.
You a base, go cool.
The reason he's been a big part, an ex-quarterback who weighs $179, looks the same size as Devontae. You know what I mean? The reason an ex-quarterback like that was there for a long time is because of the lack of receivers. But you know what the Eagles do?
Yeah.
Even in a 4-year, listen, we had not have a wide receiver over 1,000 since 2014, but that still has not affected us in winning. So that's what I love about this team. And I told CFT this: I want the 1K wide receiver and the 1K rusher because it's been so long, but we've been winning without it. And so now my confident level of winning with it is through the roof. It's through the roof.
Check it out, Mike. Check it out, Mike. So we got all the interceptions and we still winning with them.
And JC, can I ask a question?
For last week.
I'm here all night. Yo, I'm here all night, man.
You said that Dak Prescott hasn't kept the Eagles from going to the playoffs, but how many times has Jalen Hurts kept the Cowboys from going to the playoffs?
He hasn't been around long enough.
He's only been a 2-year starter. But Jalen Hurts, no, he wasn't in 3. No, stop.
No, he been in the league 3 years.
He came in 2020.
No, see, y'all don't watch Eagles. Y'all do not have.
Was he in the league? Was he in the league?
He do not game plan. Nah, bro, hey, stop it, bro. Hey, come on.
I can't believe y'all. I can't believe y'all.
Hey,
he ain't got no integrity, dog. He was rookie of the year last year. He was rookie of the year last year.
I respect you. Hey, look, wait.
He started in the NFL
in Rome. I respect y'all, man, because I have done lately shows with y'all. Do not try to go there.
Did he not start in 2020?
JC can't believe the level of attack that he hearing right now.
Wait, hold up. Rome and Tuck. I've done shows with y'all before. Maybe not Law Nation, but Rome and Tuck. Listen to me, bro. Hey, we've done show before. There's no way you could tell me that you're accounting Jalen Hurts fully start year, full off season as year number 2. Yes or no?
He started 4 games.
Dak did it, bro. Why wouldn't we? Because Dak did it. I mean, why we?
So
you want to Hurts under Dak? Is that what you're saying?
This is when I know that the hate is real. Because
I gotta be hate when it's
somebody in there.
Bro. Like Dak did it. Why couldn't Hurts do it? Why couldn't Hurts do it year 1?
Hold on, I'm answering JC. So who came under a better situation to learn and grow as a quarterback in the NFL? Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts?
Hurts.
Dak Prescott.
This is crack. I'm watching people smoke crack.
Oh, bro. Are you sure? Are you sure? Go ahead.
Hey,
$1,000,000,000%.
This is what crack was.
100%. You know why? Why? Because
Jason Garrett won the Super Bowl. That's where Dak came in.
Wait. No. Wait.
Jalen Hurts came in under Doug Peterson. He won the Super Bowl, right?
Old Witten.
Wait.
He got fired.
Man, we had Jason Garrett, man. Come on, man.
Hey, Jason Garrett was there 50 years.
Walked into a hellhole.
No
season.
Yo, Dak Prescott.
Just let me go real quick. Just let me go real quick. So you wrong. Hold on, Ron. You mean to tell me a quarterback who's a 4th round pick being tossed as the starter of the day 1 of the Dallas Cowboys versus a guy who's a 2nd round pick who got
let me please respond
40 other season and learn the ropes of the NFL and then going for 4
please let me
number
respond.
1 offensive line, number 1 running back.
Listen. Dak came into the league with Ezekiel Elliott. They're the same draft class. Zeke ended up. Hold on, wait. Zeke ended up leading the league. Zeke ended up leading the league in rushing that year, yo. Dak Prescott came in as a day 1 starter, week 1. You're going to take over. Jalen Hurts came in after a 4-12 start after somebody got benched. You mean to tell me what's the better seat? So what are you talking about?
Are you guys familiar with how Dak Prescott became our starter?
Romo got hurt.
Tony Romo got hurt, right?
And then who else got hurt?
And Kellen Moore.
Who else got hurt?
Nobody.
Kellen Moore got hurt. And then who else got hurt?
Dak was fourth string, dog.
Jamil Showers got hurt.
Yep.
3 quarterbacks got hurt
Before he got a chance. He had no
But what does that
He had
matter?
to be a natural baller, and he was.
As a 4th round pick, he's on the cusp of making the roster, getting tossed into the Dallas Cowboys in the biggest spotlight, and to excel out the gate.
Yeah.
That is a lot of pressure.
Who had better wide receivers? Who had a better running back? Who had a
better coach, Mike?
A quarterback who got the sit.
Both got fired.
A quarterback who learned under Doug Peterson for a whole first season.
We literally.
Hold on. Okay, who would you rather learn from, Romo or Wentz? I win.
You gotta learn from Aaron.
We literally experimenting with an offensive coordinator who used Crayolas as play design. We literally. Yeah.
So you right now or back then?
Right now.
Law.
He was starting over Dak.
Before the season, wait. Before the season or during the season? Talk to me.
Before the what? Or after the shot?
He said when he was thrown in there.
Or during
I
the
can't
season,
believe y'all really do think that, bro.
That makes no sense.
What?
What does it mean?
Because Dak Prescott to go.
I don't think Boss believes this. I don't think Boss Cowboy believes this.
Dak had 1 preseason game and was tossed as a starter.
Okay, before the season, Jalen Hurts took over with 4 games left, not knowing he was a starter at all.
He got to sit and learn the damn NFL, right?
That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
I want to say one thing.
Can I ask you a question?
Pat Mahomes,
JC, can I ask you a question?
Hey, but that is not true. Hey, stop it. I know you on a round table.
Hold on, bro.
Because he got this sick, he had more time to learn the NFL.
Nah, bro. You are a scout. You scout, right? You are a scout. You sit there and watch quarterbacks, right? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. A second string do not get the rep as a first string. So Dak Prescott was, I'm not done. Dak Prescott, no, hell no. Dak Prescott was not getting the rep. Hell no. No.
Let y'all man go.
Dak Prescott, bring this back. Let's bring this back.
I want to say one thing.
Jason, hold on. Everybody, just let me bring this back for a second.
Hey, the moderator's speaking.
Yeah.
Let's calm down for a second. I want to get to a certain place real quick. All right, we've been on here for over 2 hours. I want to ask a question to everybody. Let me just please
wrap it up.
Let me just ask you a question. All right, I think that we can all agree that we disagree on what's going to happen on Saturday. I think that that's very obvious. We disagree on how we look at these teams. I want to know from both perspectives, okay, from Cowboys fans, from Eagles fans, what happens if this season doesn't end with a Super Bowl? I think that Eagles fans understand that there's still levels to go. I think we understand we're still building and we still have a lot of guys under contract. You guys can fill in kind of the blanks where you want to as Eagles content creators, but Cowboys, the situation's a little bit different for you guys. So I want to know what happens if you guys are first round exits again, second round exits.
I can say so.
Yeah, I'm asking. Everybody can.
If we first round exit, I can get out the way.
I'm just asking.
30 seconds.
All right, yeah.
If we first round, I keep it quick. If we first round exits, we used to it. Y'all gonna clown us for a couple weeks. It is what it is.
I'm talking about in your organization.
That's a cop out, man. Hell no.
Y'all cut into his 30 seconds.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, it is what it is. Y'all gonna do what y'all always do. We used to it. If y'all lose, I'm gonna get banned from Twitter. Y'all better not lose. I'm telling you right now. If y'all don't take this all the way, y'all gonna hate me.
They gonna hate me. Hey, wrong. They gonna hate me, dog.
This is the thing, though. How can y'all even have that same energy? Y'all should have higher expectations than us, though.
It is what it is.
You right about that.
We ain't
I'm embarrassed.
This is the fact. Y'all signed everybody. I'm on the team.
This the facts of the matter. If we don't win the Super Bowl this year, we automatically just get to run it back for real. Everybody that matters is already signed or on a rookie deal. We automatically run it back with the same firepower. If y'all don't,
because let me just help Lord Brunson out with this.
I think
if y'all don't win the Super Bowl this year, if you get knocked out, depending on how you get knocked out, all off season, it's not gonna just be running it back. It's gonna be is Jalen Hurts worth $50 million, $55 million?
No. That's not even a question no more. That's not even a question no more. That's not a question no more.
You don't know what
country. That's not a question no more.
Oh Lord, you don't know what.
That's not a question no more. But this the reality though.
Where you think you at, Lord?
The reality is he gonna get paid. We give you a question whatever you want. We ain't giving. We not going to give up on him. He gonna get paid. That's the reality.
That's true. Philly gonna pay him. Now that's true.
Philly gonna pay him.
Yeah, they gonna pay him. That's the reality.
That's true.
Y'all gotta understand this.
We'll find a way.
That's true. Yeah, because that's how y'all did Wentz. Y'all paid Wentz with a broke back. You know when he.
That's what I'm saying.
So y'all gonna pay Hurts.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. We are in. Listen, y'all. But before I wrap it up, we are in two different spots for real, man. Let's be for real. We are just now realizing we got a franchise quarterback. Y'all been rocking with this dude for 7 years. If y'all get put out in the first round, Mike McCarthy's going to get fired. Dak Prescott is not getting a second contract. It's just going to be. It's going to get worse for y'all. If y'all get knocked out in the first round. If we get knocked out, we ain't going to be playing in the first round. If we get knocked out of the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? We running it back. We got 2 first-round picks. If Bradbury dip, we get a cornerback in the first round. Like we are sitting in a position that a lot of people have never been in the history of this game. So we good regardless. Now, do we want to win the Super Bowl? Can we win it? We could win the Super Bowl this year. You know what I mean? But for sure, I'll say this right here. In the next 2 years, the Eagles will win a Super Bowl. We set up. We are set up for the long haul. If we don't get it this year, we'll get it next year.
If y'all lose, you're gonna be hurt.
Well, yeah, you're gonna be hurt.
No. So look.
Who
from the Cowboys wants to actually answer the question though? Who
not all in?
Question?
I answered the question because
I feel like y'all ducking and diving around that this could be the last year of what you guys have. So what happens when you guys, if you guys don't win in the playoffs? What
you asked actually 2 questions. You said, "Is this a Super Bowl or bust year?" And
I never said that. I literally never said those words.
That never was the question.
I literally asked you what happens if you guys don't make it. If you guys lose in the playoffs, what happens?
You said Super Bowl, bro. You said that too, bro.
He didn't say that, but
I literally never said that, brother.
This conversation is being recorded. That was not.
So my question again, I'll reiterate my question. I'll reiterate.
So we asking, what if we lose in the playoffs?
First
round. The Cowboys lose in the playoffs, first round, second round, whatever. If you guys lose in the playoffs,
I'll say this. Listen, I'm gonna say this on both teams. This year, the person that's supposed to go to the Super Bowl is supposed to be between us two. This year, it been other years where it could have, and San Fran. I add them to the mix. In there. I put the Niners in the mix too. Yeah. But this year is to me, with it being down to 3, it's Super Bowl or bust for everybody.
All 3
like
of them.
Real talk, because see, the NFC, as we all know, is usually very tough. The NFC is tough every game usually.
Right, we don't got no excuse.
This ain't no excuse for nobody this year. Like for Philly, for Dallas, or for San Fran got more excuses than us two. So
injury-wise,
them missing their quarterback and still being able to stay together as a team, that to me, they putting in a hole that we are not. Both of our teams, we both got our guys. So the main guys to the team. So to me, and I'm just being all the way honest, when I look at the landscape this year, now 2014 for Dallas with our weak defense, we made it in the playoffs, but we got knocked off. 2016, we got it in. We had a rookie quarterback and we had a trash defense. Okay, we got knocked out. That was above what we should have done. This year, like last year, but worse because of the landscape, bruh, it is truly Super Bowl or bust.
Probably be the worst exit in 10 years. I give you that.
Oh man, this will be bad. I expect us. We better go all the way this year.
I give you that, boss.
So what happens if you don't? What change because you said you have all your guys, but you only have
they're not
Dak
gonna get rid of
for
Dak.
one more year.
I'll make this
So
quick.
then what?
If we don't, it's gonna likely be chaos, and it's gonna be major chaos in Dallas. What we're fearing in Dallas is Kellen Moore taking over for Mike McCarthy because the writing is on the wall. Is that's obviously what front office wants to do. They cover for Kellen. They never call out Kellen, but they called out Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy pushes back. Kellen does not. He's Jason Garrett part 2. So if we lose early, we gonna likely have about 5 or 6 years of more pain.
Love it.
Political football.
Are y'all good enough to go all the way?
Thank you, boss Cowboy. Thank you for just answering that question. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I've been asking that question all year, honestly. But let's all get like a final word in for this game for the season ahead of us. We've been here like 2 hours and.
What'd you say? So it's all good. It's a final word night anyway.
Final word, baby.
Yeah, we.
So I mean, I don't know.
Let him in on final word.
JC, why don't you start it off? Get everything you've been needing to get out.
What'd you say, JC? Did you take a shot at the final word?
Wait. All right.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna keep it 100 for you.
You ain't did that all damn night, man. What you in the cup, man? What you drinking, JC? You ain't getting cup, man.
JC, you can't be doing that.
49ers, the Cowboys,
there's those
and the
pupils.
Eagles.
There's them pupils.
Wait, the 49ers, the Cowboys, and the Eagles had the least pressure, amount of pressure, periods, coming into the season. Jalen Hurts was unproven.
Yeah.
Well, Jalen Brown, according to y'all, you Cowboys,
Mavericks?
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown? Jalen Brunson? Jalen Brunson?
First of all, he plays for the Knicks now. So anyway,
you got a strong drink in that cup.
The Celtics.
Wait. Mike,
start over, man.
All right.
Put the mask on, man.
Start this over, right?
Nobody cared who you was until you put on the mask.
Is that a spinning helmet that you got in the back? No. You like my child over there.
Oh, man.
Hey, all right, enough. All right, look. All right, real talk, right? Jalen Hurts coming into the season was unproven. Facts, right? Facts.
Mm-hmm.
So AJ Brown coming to this team. I saw y'all videos. It doesn't matter if he comes to this team or not. Who's going to throw him the ball? Facts. Nobody believed that Jalen Hurts could throw AJ.
Who
Brown.
made the videos? Who made the video?
All y'all was doing the same thing. All y'all.
AJ Brown video.
I ain't never made no AJ Brown video.
Not even one time.
The AJ Brown is going from the Tennessee Titans to the Philadelphia Eagles. The same system, and he's gonna be mad. Like literally, like he's not gonna get no 1,000-yard receiver. Come on, stop. Just stop. Hey, don't try to play me like that. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is this.
Boy, need some water, man. Get some water, fam.
Let me say this, JC. You're right. Because before the start of the season, I'm gonna admit, I thought that Ryan Tannehill was a little bit better than Jalen.
I'm subscribed to you,
and that was me. That was me because I was looking at the numbers. That was me. And Ryan Tannehill before last year with Jalen with AJ Brown was pretty good for his numbers or what have you. And I didn't think that Jalen Hurts would elevate that he did. And he did. So that was me. I know, that was me made that statement. Go ahead.
Look, Law Nation, I appreciate you. Hey, this is my first time on live with you, but there's some other, Cowboy frauds on here that said the exact same thing, by the way. But look, it is what it is. Look, tonight,
man, that boy sipping for real, bro. What you sipping, bro?
It's a long night.
On that sugar.
No.
What you sipping, bro?
It's a long night.
You might need to call up one of them out
for real, dog. Goddamn.
And take this to your channel because you got some unfinished business. You mad at somebody in here.
I appreciate that,
man. I know he mad. He probably hot at me, man. Everybody hot at me over Hurts.
I'm telling you, see? That's what I'm saying.
Everybody mad at me over Hurts, bro.
Law Nation. Hey, Hey, shout out to Law Nation, man. If you're not following him, go follow him because everybody else.
See, that's what they do when they mad at you. That's how they take shots at you. I rock with Law. I rock with Law. That's when they mad at you when they say I rock with Law. Hey, we all rock with Law, big dog. Hey, we all rock with Law, dog. That's what Law. We all rock with Law, bro.
I'm sorry, dog.
You know what?
I rock with Law.
No, wait.
I apologize.
Shout out to Cowboys. Shout out to
I don't
Cowboys
apologize, but
bumped you. Bump that. Hey, shout out to Cowboys Fan Talk and Jay
good tonight, man.
I had y'all on my channel. Y'all did say that Jalen Hurts is getting treated like who? Dak Prescott. And we gonna feel it. But guess what?
The correct term was
feeling from McNabb. No, we've been from 1999. We've been feeling from 1999. So this ain't no breaking news.
Hey, yo, man, 5,500
literally crying.
Yeah, I know.
All right. 2 more seconds.
I should do like LB turn my camera off.
Philly not gonna say it, but Philly fed up with y'all right now.
Wait. 2 more seconds.
No.
All right, so I'm trying to give y'all props, man. You know what? Bump that. Get me off the screen. Go ahead. Move me up. I'm done. Hey, go Birds. Go Birds.
Hey, don't you drive. You better not drive nowhere, man.
Hey, don't drive nowhere, bro.
Don't drive nowhere, bro. Just go upstairs and go to bed, please, man. Bro. Hand me your keys, JC.
Man. Call that boy Uber, bro.
The water for JC, man.
Call that boy Uber, bro.
I'm good.
You are not good.
You are not good, bro.
You not good, dog.
I miss hearing your sweet voice.
I got the water, man. Cheers to the water jugs, man.
The first thing I gotta say is this. The chaos you're seeing tonight is my fault. It's because of me. Because as soon as I mentioned that the Cowboys choke, all hell breaks loose. I take full responsibility for it, and you're welcome.
My God.
Second thing, I said the Eagles would sweep the Dallas Cowboys before the season starts. Not going to change. They're going to sweep Dallas Saturday, and Dallas is not going to recover from it. Luckily, maybe they'll get an easy matchup with the NFC South. We may play them 3 times, but I expect the Eagles to win with Minshew, Jalen Hurts. It doesn't really matter to me. Eagles are winning. So, yeah, thanks for having me on, and this was blessed. I'm going to sit back now and relax.
Hey, shit. I'm embarrassed.
I second.
I talk so much.
I second everything Philly 500 said. Everything, but
LP, come on, man, talk some more.
No. I'm just saying. Just let me touch on what you were saying, though, JC. A lot of people were saying that Jalen Hurts has no excuses, so we can't make any excuses now. Y'all said he got no excuses when he got all the weapons. The sentiment was now Jalen Hurts has no excuses. Yeah, he's exceeded all expectations. You know what I mean? He has elevated this team. And you know what I mean? And he got us at 13-1.
Yeah.
I'm expecting us to advance in the playoffs, and I'm expecting us to win on Christmas Eve. Go Birds. That's it.
Yeah, I'm going to be quick, too. I got the Eagles winning, too. I think the defense is going to be big in this game, especially I'm a firm believer that Minshew will start just because things will transpire throughout the week, and Minshew will start. It is what it is. I got the Eagles winning. It's going to be a little close, but it's going to be a Dak Prescott interception in the late part of the game. I'm not saying he ain't played good the whole game until then. But a Dak Prescott interception. The Eagles win this game. But real quick, on to the whole Super Bowl bust thing. If the Eagles lose, I'm going to be very upset because of what we've done this season, the dominance and the way we won. But I will say, coming into the season, the Niners and the Cowboys, after having, seasons they had last year, and the Niners have an excuse because of that quarterback. I totally agree with you guys. All that being said, the Niners' excuse is the quarterback. However, the Niners been flirting with that Super Bowl victory or Super Bowl win for a while now. And so that team around Jimmy G, Jimmy G's going to go. They don't know what Trey Lance is yet. So I think their questions and your questions after this season could be bigger if there's flameouts than what the Eagles are, because I think you got the coach, you got the franchise guy, you got your $100 million receiver locked up, you got Devontae waiting, you got Goddard, you got Maddox, you got the young guys. We do got to replace some old guys, but I think I'm going to be upset if we lose in the divisional round or the NFC Championship, but I think our window is still open more than what you guys in the Niners are. Not saying the window can't get creaked back open, because the NFL, with now how with how players are leaving teams, things can change quickly with the cap going up. But I think the Eagles will beat the Cowboys this week. Tough game. Dak throws a pick, and I got our window open longer. That's my whole take.
That's all I was saying.
I ain't get to talk
if I was slurring
that time,
or swerving, whatever I was doing. That's all I was trying to say. That's all I was trying to say. That the Eagles' window is more open than the 49ers and the Cowboys.
Hey, look, I fully expect y'all to say y'all only beat us with Gardner Minshew next week. And it's cool. God. I just want y'all to live with that. I expect y'all to say it next week so I can say, oh, really? So
now we're saying it right now. Shit, we ain't gotta say it next week.
Bro,
what you talking about? We're saying it right now. Y'all beating us with Gardner.
Joe, you know you got a mute button over there. You can mute him.
I'm trying to find it. I ain't gonna catch
it. Listen, when I talk, I feel like
the button, Joe. Press the button, Joe.
I had to press the button.
That kicked in on him, dog.
I've always been a
who else
fast
has
talker.
to say they piece?
JC on the Adderall.
I've always been a fast talker and a loud talker, but today I felt like I had to go extra quick and extra loud, or there's just been a lot of craziness. But shout out to y'all.
You gotta pop that Adderall next show.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
All right, does anybody else got any final words they want to say before we get out
I
of here?
definitely got some final words.
Yeah, and I gotta go with final word too. Yeah.
I'm gonna be quick. So real quick, man. First of all, I appreciate doing this content with you guys. It's my first time actually rocking with a bunch of you guys. I've been watching y'all do this for a minute in terms of Rome and Tuck with you guys. I'm just glad to be in the battle this time. That's one. Two, when I look at Philly, I see the biggest danger on Philly is their offensive line. Hopefully y'all come in cute like y'all did with Chicago. I think that's the biggest danger, even over Hurts. I don't think it's no way to stop a offensive line when they really rolling and when they really dominant. I don't like the fact that we missing our best run stopper who whooped Kelsey before, that we actually acquired him for that matchup. We don't have him this game. But I also definitely believe in my quarterback versus y'all quarterback. I think it's going to come down to
of course.
Or whoever, bro. Like whoever, whether it was Hurts or Minshew. I feel like, and then I don't really think, depending on what type of style of game y'all play, that should even matter, because Minshew is good enough. I've watched him play. He can get dangerous. He can get streaky. And I think y'all head coach know how to draw up a game plan that can surprise us, which could make him an advantage, actually. So with this game, it's one of those things to where I feel confident that Dallas will win if we commit to the running game. If we don't, we go walk out embarrassed. We go walk out, y'all gonna be talking cash shit, and we gonna have to see y'all in the playoffs. This game is gonna come down to identity, but if we play our style of ball, ain't nobody gonna beat us. Nobody. Y'all especially.
All right, cool.
Ooh, ain't nobody on that roster whip no damn Kelsey.
Hell no.
Man, yeah.
No, hell no.
One play
300 sound clips.
I'll do a film breakdown on it tomorrow.
Minutes of football. Hold on.
I already broke it down, bro. I already know that's true.
We about to have a whole another 60 minutes of this conversation.
I ain't gonna do it.
JC, he got his church finger up, man. Go ahead, JC.
Hey, look, the Eagles had 20, not 5, not 10, not 15, 20 sacks in 3 games. Ain't no offensive line stopping Reddick, Josh Sweat, sweating off his damn forehead every game. This game coming up. I'm sorry.
I know you sweating that hoodie.
You get ready to go against the best right tackle in the game. Tyron Smith, the new best right tackle in the game, big dog.
Wait. No, hell nah. Hey, y'all are lucky. Y'all are lucky I didn't have no barbecue chicken tonight, because that's what Jason Peters is going to be. The Eagles are the first team in NFL history.
Get that man some bread. Get some bread. Yeah, there you go. Thank you,
Thank you, Joe. Joe, clap it up for Joe.
I'm
Clap it up for
sorry.
Joe.
I'm sorry.
Clap it up.
I really didn't want to do that.
Clap it up.
All right,
Good job, Joe.
Bro, he's still talking.
That boy fried, man.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Oh, man.
God,
Hey, y'all better get your word. Y'all better get your word in before he realizes he's muted because he about to go. We about to go crazy.
Hey, let Law go. Let Law.
Get
Law's the
it,
last
some
one.
bread, man.
He gonna jump in with a different weight.
I didn't have a good time tonight, man. I had a great time with y'all, man, and this was a phenomenal show. We was everywhere at points, man, and that's what family is supposed to do. Y'all the family on the other side of the bridge. We don't like y'all. Y'all don't like us, so we ain't gonna be holding hands on Saturday. It's gonna be a blood fest, and the Cowboys should come out on top. The last time that you guys played a playoff team outside of the division was the Vikings, and that was like week 3. September the 19th or something like that. So, yeah, y'all need to have everybody playing. Go back and look at
we played Tennessee.
Week 6.
Look at the
Week
schedule.
6.
Wow. You know what I mean? So that's just what it
Week
is.
6.
Come on.
And the Titans.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the Titans not a playoff team. I don't know who they are. You know,
Cowboys is a playoff team.
That's
Week
okay.
6.
Let me get my point out, man. I got to get to my hand too. I want to get to your level, but I can't. I got to drink it all. You know what I mean?
Professional.
I didn't want to drink before I
Learn
got
some
on this.
professionalism. God damn.
God, no, boy, you make me want to go get something to drink right now.
Man,
I want to get on your
feeling
level right
good.
now, bro.
God damn, you feeling good, boy.
I got 2 more days of work before I can get on my Christmas break. 2 more days.
Get him.
Green Bay ain't a playoff team. Well, they fighting for it. But I feel y'all. I'm reading the chat. Let me get
Every
out of the
team in the
chat.
NFC is a playoff team. There's a lot of bad teams fighting
It's
for
a
that.
lot of bad teams, but that's why this game is a pivotal game. This game is what you need to see how Jalen Hurts respond coming off of an injury. See if he can stand tall. This is the situation that you need to see whether or not Dallas Goedert can be on the same page for the next 3 weeks. These games are very pivotal.
Yeah, Mike, we expect him to play, Mike. We expect him to play.
He not playing.
He's expected to
Wait,
play.
who's on
What's
the
up, Candy?
songs?
Well,
Hey,
but
Gardner Minshew is playing, not Jalen Hurts.
The reality
So am
of the
I
matter
drinking
is,
or are you
still
drinking?
talking. I can't get my
Jalen
final
Hurts
word.
is playing.
Go ahead. You want another
Go ahead,
final
go ahead,
word?
Law,
Come on.
please.
Mute him.
Press the button, fam.
Yes, indeed. This is great, man. This is great still, though, man. Shout out to JC and everybody else, man. But this Cowboys team, I can't wait because this is also a good matchup for us to see where we stand at. Real talk, I absolutely like DB. Slay, shout out to him, man. Hell State. I like the kid coming out of college. Saw him before he even put on any of the blue and silver for the Lions. And I saw him before he put on the Eagles. So shout out to Slay. I can't wait to see what he's going to do up against my guy. This is a good situation for CeeDee Lamb. I want to see what CeeDee Lamb can do up against Slay. It's going to be different.
That's
It's
going
not
to be
gonna
good.
easy.
Law,
wait.
So
I want to
you
see
like
that.
Hale State.
But I want to see that. That's my matchup that I want to see.
Ooh,
I
that's a
want to
good
see
one.
what
That's a good
Goddard, if
one.
he's playing, what he's going to do up against my guy, J-Ron Curse. I need to see that. I
Curse
need
gonna
to
win
see
that.
that matchup. That's my second matchup. I look at this game and seeing what I seen out of Ezekiel, Elijah, Elliott, seeing if he can still average 5.6 yards per toe. And can we stick to the god doggone run? Can we run through the Eagles? Lead those Eagles. Run, laid out like Family Guy at Texas or Arlington Stadium, however you want to call it. I need to see that. This is why this game is important. I need to see whether or not Kellen Moore can find some identity, man. We got an identity crisis going on in Cowboys. So I need for all of my people, my Cowboy Nation, to be ready, locked in, and reign. Dakota Prescott. I need to see whether or not he can bounce back from a horrid game. And can we find some hands?
Mute him.
Can we find some hands for Noah Brown? Maybe I got a guy by the name of T.Y. We ain't got no alibi. Hilton. He needs to get out there and showcase to the world. Give Dak Prescott another wide receiver that can actually catch the ball when it hit his hands. I know he's 33 years of age, got a long tooth, but that's okay. It's okay because what we're gonna do now is run the ball and when necessary, throw the ball to T.Y. When he get that touchdown, we're gonna see T.Y. do that. It's gonna be nasty, baby. I'm telling you.
But
so
you're
we're gonna be open up.
But you're forgetting Devontae Smith on your boss man facts. Boss man fathead. Boss man fathead. Hold the
Joe, do it, Joe. Do it, Joe. Do it, Joe.
Push the button, Joe.
35 to 24. Cowboys winning this game, being victorious. Cowboy Nation. Yes, if you barely beat Cooper or Rush for 9 points, I'm quite sure that Dak Prescott and company can put up 35, and his defense is going to be hungry. We playing at home. It's going to be 35 to 24. Cowboy Nation, baby.
I want to rebuttal two things. Look, hold up. So now, wait. So Law finishes fire, but now you guys like playing at home? You just said we started the thing off when you not like playing at home. And now you win at home. No.
Playoffs. We talking about.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But
Law, win either way.
You a big Hale State guy?
Prescott played at home versus you guys. The final score was 41 to 21 or something like that, or 24 or something like that.
All I want to say is
that wasn't in 2022.
What?
No, wait, Law, you a big Hale State guy?
No, I said the last time Dak Prescott played at home versus the Eagles versus Jalen Hurts. It was 40
burger.
It was 41 or something.
That's when we had our backups.
I got somebody with the 44. Hold on. Let me say this. Hold on.
That was like week 3.
Didn't I hear last year, dare I say, that you guys had a better roster than us last season? Didn't Howie Roseman, was he a great guy in evaluating scouts and picking up players? It didn't just
Nobody said that last year.
2022. It also started in 2020, 2021.
Everything was brand new last year.
The Eagles had a better roster than the Cowboys, but somehow it wasn't Slay out there last year when the score was 44 to 21. Let me know.
We finished the season the same day.
Hold on. I'm talking about the earlier part of the season. Was Slay out there then?
Hale State.
Hale State.
Y'all gonna get barbecue.
You a big Hale State
you my
fan?
dog. Y'all get barbecue.
Hale State. That's from Mississippi State. I'm from Mississippi.
That's what I'm saying. So you really like Dak before y'all even drafted him, I'm asking you, because Big Play Slay always talks about Dak's my brother from Hale State and all that. Besides the Eagles Cowboys stuff, so if you're familiar with Slay back in the day before you put the Lions gear on, you must have been excited at what you've seen because from Dak prior to him making his name is what I'm asking you.
I was first on Dak for everybody.
I
was the Oracle.
I was the Oracle. Either way, at the end of the day. At the end of the day, man.
You're a mime now. JC, I'm going to be at the Cowboys-Eagles game, so I'll be there Saturday. My only ask, JC, keep your live stream open after that game. Because when I get a few with me, I want to come.
Hey, baby boy, I'm live.
Them cowboy readers.
I'm going to pop in.
The thing is,
I'm wearing a brand new white jersey, so I might not have them. But keep the live stream open, fam.
Cowboy readers. But now this is at the end of the day, JC. We gonna end it, dog. We gonna finish this one tonight.
Hey, but appreciate all y'all, man.
Everybody got the last word.
Hey, I don't want you muting me, man. Hey, this is a home field
I'm gonna mute you again, bro.
I can start my shizer whenever the hell I want. But now all realness is this. This game right here.
Press the button, bro.
Like 3 angry orchard.
Yeah, bro. I'm on that good drink and alcohol.
I love all y'all. Congratulations.
I'm about to go to sleep right after this stream.
Hey, keeping it close.
You going to sleep in that chair.
All right. Peep game. This was a lot of fun, man. I appreciate everybody. Boss Cowboy, I think this is the first time that I've ever worked with you, met you. Awesome. It was, your stuff, bro. And I know me and you went back and forth. Law Nation, I've heard you, but we've worked before. I respect everybody on that Dallas Cowboys panel. I'm upset that we couldn't have big game James. I'm sad we couldn't have my guy Big Game James. But we'll do this again, man. I'm sure this won't be the last time we do this.
Joe, let's run it back, bro. After the
next time, no drinks.
Win or lose, let's run it back, bro. Cause see, I want to face y'all, bro. I want y'all to be running
put that
when
cup
we
down, JC. Put that cup down.
Man.
Tomorrow, JC gonna wake up, Joe. He gonna like, did I do a round table?
What did we do yesterday?
All right, man. No Adderall next time. No Adderall in the stream.
Yeah,
but this was a lot of fun. Hey, I do appreciate it.
Look, I appreciate y'all though, man. For real.
And salute to everyone in the chat, man. Like this shows the power of the community. When we come together, man, we cause a ripple effect, man. Like we shaking stuff right now. It's earthquakes across YouTube.
Yeah, hit that like button wherever you're watching it. Help all of us out.
Yeah, and if you're an Eagles fan, check out any of the Eagles content creators. If you're a Cowboys fan, check out
Real quick. This is only gonna be like 10 seconds. If I lose, if the Eagles lose, I'm gonna have to wear that sweatshirt that Tuck has on.
All right, so we still keeping that? We still keeping that? We still doing that?
Listen, I feel confident with Minshew, so I don't feel. I ain't got. You see, if I feel confident, the best stand.
All right,
best stand.
Hey, Philly 500. You want to do it, Philly?
I'm trying to get somebody to bet with too.
Let's do it, Law.
Nah, JC been talking way too loud, and now I have no bets on the table.
I know, but shit.
I got it right here.
Hey, look. Hey, see this shirt right here?
That's Philly 500 hat that you got, Law?
It's Philly 500.
Oh no, we gotta get that back, Philly. We gotta get that back.
I got his hat.
You see though?
Oh, you got that?
He sent it over there. He sent it.
My hand hurt holding this damn hat too.
Yeah, Mike, remember how he was supposed to send us stuff to wear?
Nah, y'all can go to the store and order it.
That was never part of the plan.
That comes out of my wallet. I mean, that's me losing money.
It's free promotion.
Hey, Joe, I got one more thing, Joe. Tuck, push the fucking button, Joe. Hey, Tuck, push the button.
He's drunk.
Push the button, Tuck. Ain't nobody scared of you. Push the button. I know everybody. Nah. Ain't no mute me. Push the button, Tuck.
The button's already been pressed, man.
Push the button.
I brought you right here. You got your ass cooked on your channel. That's what happened. I pressed the button. That's what happened.
Hey, you said what you want, but
you got cooked on your own live stream. I pressed the button. I brought you right to where I wanted to bring you.
All right. Well, anyways, with that said, all the buttons are all right.
Have it up, Joe.
We told, man. Ain't nobody scared of no button.
You got cooked. All
right, so
cooked.
I think y'all need to go on y'all own channels and do this together.
I
need y'all own 3-hour live stream.
He's
y'all go back
viral. We'll TikTok that boy.
It's crazy. But anyway,
I might have to go late tomorrow.
We will be back, I'm sure, at some point. The Eagles are going to beat the Cowboys Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun for us. It's going to be terrible for them. Get your Cowboy readers ready because it's going to be.
Hey, none of y'all put score predictions down. I'm the only one did. 35.
Oh, I could do it right now. The Eagles are going to win 27-20. That's my score prediction.
Okay. Mike,
I'm going with Joe.
I'm gonna go 29-20.
I'm gonna go with 24-21 Eagles.
40 burger. 42 to 28. 40 burger. If the Jags can put up a 40 burger with extra cheese, the Eagles can put up a 40 burger with extra cheese.
I like it.
40 burger.
Gardner Minshew, man. 27-13. Gardner Minshew. You had some integrity.
31-24 Cowboys.
34-20 Eagles.
Oh, y'all screen record.
Gardner Minshew's not scoring 30 points. Y'all gotta chill.
That was like,
listen, it ain't gonna just be him. I was like, listen, our defense is gonna score in this game.
Hey man, unless Darius Slay gonna play quarterback, better play quarterback.
6
I need to go drink, man. I need to go drink. Y'all killing me. I love all the guys that are on here, man. Mad respect, mad love. If you are watching wherever you are watching, go show love to all these content creators. We're gonna probably, talk junk still after this, but it is what it is, man. I'm gonna hit the end. So we're done, guys. We're done.
He's like warning us. I'm at the end. We're done. We're done.
We're done, guys.
They go another hour, baby.
Y'all be easy, man. Peace, y'all.